It's I Bring It Every Day, and I am Kelly. And I decided to go on earlier this morning because poor Ursula had to cancel her live stream this morning. So I'm here, and I think what I'll do is I'll knock it out early, and then I'll get back to doing what I was doing prior. Normally I come on at 10, but I said, you know what? It's pretty quiet in the crochet and knit community, so this way I won't step on too many people's toes. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, thank you so much for coming. All right. So anyway, I'm just going through a few items that I'm doing some organization, of all this crafting stuff. Because if you're a crafter, you know what happens. It can get out of hand. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So anyway, so I see an eyeball. Welcome in. I don't know who it is, but we'll take a look. Come in and say hello. So anyway, so I am a crafter, and I'm going to be just talking a little bit about some crafting stuff this morning, and then I'm going to try to get a few rows in while I'm here, and that's the plan for this morning. All right, so let's see. Anybody here? Nope, no answers. So anyway, so are you a crafter? The lurker. Good to see you, lurker. So anyway, first of all, I just want to say happy Monday. And this is kind of Monday's always for a lot of people, the start of the week. And really what it is you want to try to get started on your week in a positive way. So that's what my plan is. Oh, hi, I Spy Queen. Good to see you. I was checking out your jewelry. I enjoy that very much. I don't buy as much as I used to, but I was a jewelry hound in a previous life. I've really tried to calm down on the jewelry because I have a lot, and I probably need to purge. So anyway, maybe I'll email you if you're into it. But anyway, there's that. Yes, and that's kind of the story of if you're into crafting or any kind of thing, if you collect anything, it can get out of hand really fast, and so you know that's my evil plan is to try not to collect too much. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, no, it's fun. I used to do a lot of thrifting in estate sales. Like I heard you say you were going to go to a couple. I stopped going to estate sales because I couldn't win. Well, I didn't want to overpay, and I guess that's what it was. So it was very tricky, for me being someone who's not really I'm not an avid collector, and the people didn't know me. You know how it is. Like they don't really know you, so they don't really steer stuff your way, that kind of a thing. So what I tried to do was just pick up a few things here and there. And I had a oh, okay. Now what kind of crafting do you do? Because I always like to, yeah, I'm always curious to see what people are into. Yeah. So I knit and crochet, so you see a lot of yarn there. Oh, you start, yes. A lot of people do that. Yeah. What's really interesting is, in the old days, I think like the late, the last two or three generations, everything has gone really fast. So if things don't go fast, people lose interest pretty quickly. And I think that's why a lot of people start a lot of stuff. And I find, like, because I do knit and crochet, knitting is slower, but I think the outcome is much better. Uh, Not better, but you can knit. Knitting is great for wearables and things like that. And so, oh, repairing, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Now, see, I've never tried that. Like, I have some of those random bags. When you get a bag like from Goodwill, I don't get them from Goodwill, but I have a supplier that periodically will say, "Take these bags off my hands. I don't want to look at them anymore." Because people were buying them, but then you know how it is with trends. People are into them, they're into them, then they stop, buying them. And so, but you do make them from scratch. Now, see, that's the only thing I haven't made with crochet. A lot of people do that, and if I was smart, I would do that, but I don't do it. Yeah, because a lot of people crochet earrings and they're awesome. But as you see, I have earrings on, but look at that. They're the smallest possible ear. You can barely even see them. They're so small. Like that's the kind of earrings that I wear. So, oh, and necklaces and bracelets. Ah, nice. Okay. Very good. Yeah, and those I love all that stuff. But see, now that with the pandemic, I swear we don't go out as much. So I never get really dressed up. Oh, purses. Yeah, no, that's something. I've made about two or three, not a ton of those. Those are great. Yeah, I need to get on there and make so because I do. As you know, when you have projects, you need bags, and so having a project bag is very very useful. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I get that. So that's actually smart. Like if I were smart, I would be doing that as well as the earrings. But anyway, that's good. Yes, yes, that's good. Now, what are you up to today? Anything exciting? Like the weather here is terrible. I don't know where you are, but it's been raining. I think since Friday, and it hasn't stopped really. So I don't know how many hours that is, but yeah, it's terrible. Yep, terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, the weather's horrible. Actually, horrible. So I said, I figure I may as well stay in and do a few things. Although I'm going to try to get out today. I have to do some errand. How you have to do some food shopping and things like that. But I'm going to be on there. Yep. Let me see what else. Let's see. Oh, nothing. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's so sad. Still in bed. Oh, yeah. Same time here. We have a live streamer that normally comes on. She comes on from like usually 6:30 our time to I think 9:30. So she does like 3 hours. And 58. Yeah, I think that's what it is here too. Let's see. I'll check. Yep. Yep, that's what it is. 58. No, same. So we must be in the same, mid-Atlantic region or something like that. But yeah, it's very, 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 very it's cool, but it's comfortable, and I am enjoying kind of the change of weather. I didn't think usually I hate the change from the summer to the fall. But this year I've been feeling like, well, we were lucky. I think where I live, all the people in the Midwest got all the really crazy hot weather. And we got only a couple of days above 90, like they weren't too crazy, like maybe 5, which is normally what we get. So I always say, hey, if we get only a couple of those days, it's fine. But the Midwest got days at 100 and 110 and things like that. So we had a really decent summer. Like it wasn't annoying or uncomfortable. Just a couple of days, like one day I think I got in my car and it was 102 inside. And I just went, ah. And then by the time I rounded the corner from my house, it had dropped like 10 degrees. Yeah. So, it's been in the 80s, 90s, low 90s, but I'm in Pennsylvania. Yep. So not too bad. Yeah. So it's weird. Yep. 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 In Pennsylvania. So not too bad. Oh, you're in New York. Oh, okay. So it must have been warm up there. Oh, Niagara Falls. See, I have been dying. I was looking at houses in that area years ago, and I said, "Oh, I love it up there. It's so pretty." So I would be at the falls every day. Yeah, if I could. Yep. I would be there every day, like staring at the falls if I lived there. Like you would, that you would never have to say, "Where is she?" She's at the park near the falls. That's where I would be. Yeah, PA's not bad. The tax situation, like anywhere else, the taxes they're better than New York, but still, PA's pretty heavily taxed. And a lot of people, oh, the crime. Oh, really? In No, wait, are you talking about PA or New York? Oh, well, crime in general. I mean, it's definitely everywhere. No, I live closer to the Philadelphia area. But Erie, yeah, it's funny, I've only been to Erie, I think once in my life, but I've been all over Pennsylvania. But that area where Lake Erie and all that butts up to New York, I have not been. Like I went to Niagara Falls one time for a kid for a school trip, and then that was it. Only once. Yeah. So and oh, you come. Yeah, I believe that. Is it cheaper? I know it's yeah. They don't pay a lot in Erie. Yeah, Erie I think went through a like everywhere else has gone through sort of a downswing because it was doing really well, like in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I don't know about the 80s, but yeah, and definitely. Oh, okay. Ooh, interesting. I wonder why. Hmm. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, there's Sunita. Good morning. So I'm just filling in. Sunita. Sunita is one of the crocheters. How you doing? Yeah, I'm filling in a little bit for Ursula because I normally do a live stream after hers, and I figure I'm going to do it earlier, and then then I'll get out of here. I'll keep it moving. So I saw your flowers on Instagram. Very nice. Now I have to do mine. Now I feel like I have all my flowers made, but no stems. So it's pouring where you are. Yes, she's in Illinois. I think Illinois. Yep. Yeah, we got that storm Friday. So it's been raining since Friday. I think it's starting to end. So I don't know how many hours. 36 hours of rain. That's what we had. Yeah. Yep. And I Spy Queen is saying hi to Sunita. Yeah. So, oh, we got Angela. Angela Precious World. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, I decided to do my crochet show just a little bit early. And I'm going to get off. Probably in a couple hours if people don't mind hanging out. So, oh, hi, Nightbot. yeah, Nightbot's working. I'll tell you, that's been a godsend. Because I do the hello thing. Yes, Anita's the Nightbot queen, and she helped me out with my Nightbot. Yes. Oh, life jacket. Let's see. So I like the high command. This one here. Just make sure that you don't miss anybody coming in, which is nice. Crazy Poppy Lady. Hey, how are you? So anyway, I started my live early. Good to see you. Oh, you're here. Okay, nice. Have you come in? So anyway, Crazy Poppy Lady's here. Let's see what happens. Let me see if she pops in. Are you there? Almost. She's trying. I can't see you quite yet, but she's coming. I think. Let's see. So anyway, she's coming. Yeah, she hasn't quite connected yet. Which I hope. Oh, there we go. Ah, now I see you. Hey. All right, hang on just a sec. Let me get you in here. All right.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
Let me fix you. Yeah, I gotta fix this. Ooh, I don't like this. Ooh. There we go.
I did mine the other way.
You see this one? What happens is we're like, well, actually, this is okay. It's not that bad. Yeah. You don't mind this?
Isn't it? All right. No, I'll just move a couple of things on the table so that I can stick my elbows down and I'll be fine.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, this isn't bad. So I don't play around with this too often. So anyway.
You know me, I don't mind. Oh, now yes. I've got to work out where the camera is.
So we have the other Angela's here. Angela Precious World is here.
Call me Poppy or I'll get kerfluffled.
But we got the Poppy Angela here. But Poppy, just call her Poppy.
Just Poppy.
Just Poppy. The Poppy Lady. The Crazy Poppy Lady. Yes, that's amazing. Yes. Wonderful. Well, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I decided to pop on because, since Ursula's not on, and then I'm going to end early and get on with my day. That's the evil plan.
I was keeping an eye out for Ursula because I knew you were coming up at 3 my time. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, right, I've got ages. And then I'm thinking, Ursula's on at 12? No. Ursula's on at 1? No. I was like, where's she hiding?
Who's hiding? Yeah, it's funny. I woke up early and oh yes, Nia saying hi. So yeah, I woke up early and I went, oh, let me just see what's happening. But then I looked out and it's been raining here since Friday.
Oh, so okay.
It's been a while. Yeah, a lot of rain. And so I said, oh Lord, I wonder how it's going like in other places. You know what I mean? And then Sunita said it's raining where she is. You're getting ready soon. Cool.
Yeah, we've had rain all weekend, but this is the UK. Rain's normal.
Yeah, that's normal for you guys. Yeah,
normal.
That is crazy. So anyway, I'll talk about this is my small agenda, which you don't have to follow.
Well, that's worrying.
But anyway, here's my message for today. So anyway, I was thinking through all this. I'm back to Mr. Rogers again. So
okay. You
There are
have got a
three.
thing for Mr. Rogers.
I know he's a little creepy, but he's interesting. He says a couple of interesting things.
I think Mr. Rogers for like, well, since what, 80s, 90s?
Yeah, he's been gone for a while. Like it's weird. Yeah, yeah. But so
Blast from the past.
yeah, no. So what happened was I went to Joanne Fabric, the store, and they had this Mr. Rogers book, and my husband, every now and again, he's like, "Oh, go ahead and buy it." And anyways, this is it: knitting the neighborhood, Mr. Rogers'
I actually
neighborhood.
think it might be 70s.
It's 70s. Well, he stayed on. He stayed on till like 80 something. I don't remember what year. I obviously wasn't watching it, but like he was on for a while. I forget. They said 400 episodes, so whatever that is. Yeah, which is a lot. Yeah, he had 409 episodes, but he's from
back then as well.
Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So he's had a big influence on that town, and that's where I sort of spent a lot of time in my life. Yeah. But anyway, they put some of the quotes that he put in here. This is the quote I've been using this for YouTube forever. So there are 3 ways. Yes, for a couple of weeks. I'm going to keep it going.
You need a new one.
We need it. All right, I'll get you another one. But here it is. This is for Monday. We're going to keep it going. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is
I don't remember.
To be kind. To be kind. To be kind.
Oh yeah, that one.
And the third way is to be kind. Right. So that's the I'm going to keep that message going. It's the start of the week, so I want to make sure that, we start out on a positive note, and then we keep it going. So anyway, that's the quote from Mr. Rogers, but I'll show you this real quick. Let me see. I'll put it bigger. I'm going to keep showing this until I get this out of my system. But there it is. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. The third way is to be kind. So there it is, Mr. Rogers.
I think there's only one way you're going to be able to get that out of your system.
Uh-oh. And what's that?
Cross stitch.
Cross stitch?
Cross stitch.
Yes.
You will be so bored of them words.
Oh, I know. That's a very slow craft. So we were talking. So I Spy Queen. So my name is Kelly. And it's hilarious. Yeah. We were just talking about crafts, and she said she starts a lot of crafts and doesn't finish. And I said, I understand, because a lot of things are very slow.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so there's some nice stuff in there. And so they have you can make the puppets, you can make the fish in the fish tank. And there's other stuff, you can make the trolley, and then they have all these cardigan sweaters. So his mother made his cardigans, most of his sweaters that he wore on the show, and he had every color under the sun, and his mom was a knitter. Yeah. And a lot of them had zippers.
It was quite common back then to have at least one family member that knitted.
Right. Yep. So that was amazing. But other than that, see, this is the thing I'm thinking about trying to knit, which I've never knitted. These are fish. I don't know if you can see that, but there's the fish. And so, yeah, it's pretty cool.
No thanks.
Yeah. And this is the fish shaker. He always had a shaker of fish food, and he would feed his fish when he would leave. Anyway.
I don't remember this show at all.
But anyway, it was like a kid show, and there was a lot of music with it. And oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, that's it. Yep. You're fine. But anyway, so anyway, that's what I was just into it, because if you like jazz music, fish food, yes. If you like jazz music, he had a jazz piano would open and close. Well, he would end the show with jazz. He would open the show with his little theme song. But yes, fish food. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So anyway, there's like little cute things to make. So now I think with me, I need to make smaller projects, because these big projects are getting on my nerves, because they take too long. And I'm getting the ADD situation also, where I need to have it done now,
Very much so.
Yes.
I know that one too well.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's
in my case, the project is done enough so that it looks good.
Okay.
Don't look at the back.
Yes.
Most of my blankets have still got ends that need sewn in, but I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it.
Not doing it.
Not doing it. I'm never going to give it away. So,
Oh, okay. You're just keeping it. Yeah. I
yeah.
understand.
Like, if it's my own patterns, it's just like, do I really need to sew in the ends?
Mm-hmm.
They're only going on display.
Good morning, Miss Queen. So, Sunkissed Spiritual Consulting TV. Love the name. She's got several channels. Good to see you. Yes, we want it now. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, we want it done now. Yeah, that's correct. So that's the whole problem. At least for me and a lot of people, because they want instant gratification, which I get. I understand.
That's why
Mhm.
over the years I've had the poppy pattern that I've been running with.
Yep.
It takes me under 20 minutes to make one, and I'm like, yay, another one done. Boink.
Yep. Oh
So
yes.
when I need that
Yes.
instant gratification, that's what I can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh
But
yeah. Just
otherwise, most of my stuff takes
yeah.
longer.
Tell people why you make the poppies. Like what's the significance if people don't know?
Okay. My husband's ex-forces. We've got family that have been in the forces and things like that over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was about 2014. A message went up on Facebook from our local Royal British Legion. Now, they're the charity in the UK that helps support ex-service personnel and their families once they've left the Army, Navy, Air Force. And they pick up basically when the government goes, no, we don't want to know, we don't need you anymore. It sounds horrible, but that's pretty much how it feels.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because in the UK, the community, I don't know how to word it, but basically when we've been over to America, it's been absolutely lovely. You lot rejoice and you lot really care for your service personnel, where over in the UK it's nowhere near the same.
Oh, okay.
So with the Royal British Legion, they're the ones that help to pay for different bits and pieces that the service personnel or the ex-service personnel may need. Now, they put a message up on Facebook saying, we need collectors. And once a year, they have a 2-week stint just before the 11th of November.
Yep,
got the right date. Yeah. And they have 2 weeks where they just have tables out and people donate money and take a paper poppy or whatever style of poppy they want off of the table. And that's how they make the majority of their money. Well, I was helping at the table and this gentleman came over and he'd seen that a couple of the local knitters had donated some handmade poppies. And he said, oh, these are beautiful, but it's too big to put on my cap.
Oh.
Because he was going to wear his uniform. And on that particular Sunday service day, it turned out we were going to have high winds and torrential rain. Now, normally what the boys and girls do is they take one of the paper poppies and they take off the black section of it. They undo it and they use the paper and they sit that behind their cap badge on their cap so that the poppy is up there. But of course, it's made out of paper.
Yes.
So rain, wind, splat.
Yeah.
So he was looking at those thinking, and he said, those are really a good idea if only they were smaller. And I think I'd only had my hook in my hand for about 2 months at that. I'd literally made that one there, and that was pretty much it. And I said to him, well, I'll keep a lookout. I can't promise anything this year, but come back next year. And the following year, I'd managed to find a pattern that looked pretty good. I mucked around with it, and I'd made poppies, and they were, what size are they normally? About that, aren't they? 1.5 inches. And I've got an echo.
Yeah, all of a sudden, but that's okay. I think you're
okay. Yeah, so I made this poppy, handed it over. Like, he came back and I showed it to him and he put it on his hat, and I had a secondary one with the brooch back and one without, and he took the one without and placed his unit's badge through it, so it sat on his hat lovely. And he said, oh, this is brilliant, thank you ever so much. He walks outside and luckily I had about 20 of them.
Oh, wow.
I thought, I'll just use up this scrap of wool.
Yep.
And the rest of the group came in and went, we need them. So I've got home and my husband basically turned around to me and said, how did the poppies go down? I said, oh, they went. He went, I'm going to challenge you. I'd like you to make 100. I said, okay, I think I can do that.
Yes.
For the following year. And this number went up every time I spoke to somebody, whether it started off, it was my best mate. He upped it to 500. He got, then I told my daughter what he'd done to me because it was all comical. Said, oh, your dad's done this, whinge, whinge, moan, moan. And he turned around and said, no, 1,000.
Oh.
And at that I went, okay. But that's where I put a stop to it. Facebook message up on Facebook Market on our local page.
Yes. Hey, Joy.
Explaining what he'd done to me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And asking for wall donations.
Wow.
And the local community was beautiful. They just there's a shop up the road. She took in all the wool, and then I think I had about 50% of the wool that year donated, and then my husband had to cover the rest of the costs. So it was 1,000 poppies that year. Well, it was actually 1,400 I made that year. Then we had COVID hit. So I only did 600 the next year. Then I've done 1,000 the following, and I've just finished 400 for this year's to bring it to a nice 3,000 made.
3,000 made. Yeah. So the nice thing is, with the poppy, I believe it's Memorial Day here.
Yes.
Yeah. They have the paper poppies here for the veterans, and I think I can't remember the name. I told Poppy the name of the organization. Now it escapes me.
I'll have to look on my old videos.
I know. Yes, I can't remember either. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, they give those out and they try to raise money for the veterans. But the interesting thing is in the United States that you mentioned earlier was that especially the Vietnam veterans didn't get as nice of a welcome back as the recent ones. And I want to say it started around what year did he come in office? Oh, anyway, it's one of the anyway one of the. I
just say one of the presidents because like that
was one of the presidents. It was one of the presidents, I believe, that was in the 90s. Actually, started opening up the White House. So what they did was they started opening the White House to the injured veterans that came back, and so which is really cool. So there was a guy that I met at the flea market. And he would show me his picture of he and the president. He was shaking hands with the president. And he had come back from, it was either, I guess it was Iraq. Yeah, and he had been injured and such and went through the whole thing. But anyway, he got to meet the president. And so that was sort of the start of everybody really kind of honoring the veterans in a much bigger, grander way than
you guys do support your veterans beautifully. It's absolutely stunning.
Yes.
I just wish it was equal throughout.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I just think that really, if you could, I hate to say borrow, but if you could, if they just asked, you know what I mean? Like, because there are a few organizations that are really, really big. Well, the one thing is the Wounded Warriors, which is an organization that's been really instrumental in my husband's journey, his post-war stuff, because he was a veteran also. Yeah. So they were very, very instrumental in just taking care of you, and at the USO, like if you go to the airport, it's the USO, and I think it's organization is the O. They sort of work with the USO, and the USO does all the entertaining of the troops overseas. And then they also in the airports have these lounges where people can come in and sort of hang out in between flights and when you have layovers and things like that. And they give you a little coffee and something to drink. And it's nice. It's a nice little thing to have. And we've only used it maybe once, when we traveled. And it was great.
It was just this. Yeah. We came over and I can't think whereabouts it was, but we went to one of the Disneys and Universal and all that. So we did the whole thing, and it didn't matter which park we went to. If there was a show on, you did a standing ovation for the soldiers.
Oh wow!
And everybody, and it was like stand up if you're in the military. Doesn't matter the country. Yes. And I was like, are you going to stand up? And my husband's like, forget that. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. On holiday, not work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just lovely the way that you guys treated your service personnel.
Yeah, so it's much better now. Yeah, it's much better now. And then, like the healthcare is important, because
Mm,
like I said, oh my goodness, people don't understand. Like that's my one personal rant
healthcare.
platform is healthcare
Mhm.
in the United States. I mean, I can't talk about other places, but the
Well,
US, like healthcare, people try to downplay it and they try to say, "Oh, they're trying to get in our business." And I'm like, "No, no, no. Everybody needs healthcare because it's so expensive."
well, that's the thing. We've got the NHS over here, absolutely
Mhm.
beautiful. Can't fault the NHS.
Yes.
But our service personnel are in the army, they've got like their own dedicated
Mhm.
medical teams. And so they're used to getting seen quick as.
Yes.
And then they come out and they lose that. And the only way to keep that is to actually pay for private medical,
Oh, yes.
which
Okay.
can be, because of the different issues they will have, it will
Yes.
be a lot higher than what I would have to pay.
Mhm.
Um, and just to be able to be seen quicker. But sometime, well, back when my husband left, that wasn't explained to us
Right.
that
Right.
that's what he needed. So he came out, and I had to take him to our local doctors to actually sign up to
Oh,
the
wow.
doctors.
Okay.
I had to take him to the dentist. I had to take him to the optician. I'm going,
All
you
the
need to do
stuff.
this, this,
Yes.
this, this, because he didn't have the knowledge
Mhm.
of the world outside of the military, because he joined when he was 16.
Oh,
So
I
he'd gone
see.
from his parents to the army,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
then it was civvy straight, and he'd been in for like 20 plus years.
that's a long
So
time.
he
That's
knew
a
nothing
long time.
of the outside.
Yes. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, but that is interesting. But it is like learning how to navigate all of that is not easy.
Yeah.
And here in the States, like it's all based on, see, this is the thing that's really scary is that it's 90% of the healthcare is based on your employer.
Okay.
So if you lose, if you leave your employer, your insurance is gone. Like, so it's like, it's really, and for me, I know I stayed at my company where I worked for a long time because of, like, one of the reasons was the healthcare. The healthcare
Yeah.
was reasonable and, covered what I needed and things like that. But that's why, job hopping is really tough. So they're trying to fix that so you don't lose it right away. But the thing is, like, you can continue your coverage, but once you leave the group, then the premiums just increase, and it's
That
terrible.
does sound weird, but
You
I've
know
sort
what I
of
mean?
picked up a little bit like through TV and things like that in regards to your healthcare, but
But it
don't know
does.
if
It
it's
goes up
complete.
significantly, and so most people end up dropping, dropping, and then they try to revamp the whole system. I don't know how it's going. I've been I've been staying in my little bubble, not watching the news.
Yeah. Stay in your bubble
Stay in
until
my
it's
bubble.
time.
Yes. So anyway, but I guess it's getting better. I don't know. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's the whole thing. Like people don't understand like how crucial that is if you ever have any, if you ever get injured or whatever. But anyway, um, but that's great. No, so you got to go to Universal. So how did you enjoy all that? What did you think of
Um,
all those parks?
I I'm back.
Blah, blah, blah.
I'm from a town in Essex called Southend, where we've got an amusement park. It's in no way as large as,
Mm-hmm.
but I also can't do any of the rides because I've got a dodgy back.
Oh yes. Okay. I
And
understand.
when we went over, the youngest was about 5, so she couldn't do the big rides. The
Mm-hmm.
big, my older one could, but the younger one couldn't.
Right.
So I was doing all the baby stuff.
Oh, okay. Which is good.
Yeah. I did. Where was it we went? We did have one cool experience. Um, oh, is it Hollywood where you go down Hollywood Boulevard and there's
Yes.
you don't know yet. I haven't finished explaining,
I
woman.
think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
People in costumes, dressed as different characters, and you get
Okay.
your photo taken, and you throw him some cash. Well, I needed the loo, so I'd found this toilet, and as I'm coming out of this toilet, there was a gentleman dressed as a Jack Sparrow.
Yes. Looking at
Love.
you.
Okay, I love Jack Sparrow. Okay, he
Oh.
was coming out of he'd gone into the toilet, into
Oh.
the men's loo, and I'd gone
Okay.
into the girls. We walked in, but he wasn't in costume when he went in. When he came out, he was in costume.
Ew.
And I was just like, oh, fake Jack Sparrow. This is
That's
so
awesome.
cool. Right. But I thought, he's not working yet. Give him a moment.
Mm-hmm.
He Jack Sparrowed it down the escalators,
Oh, okay.
sliding, doing all, and there was no one around as far as I was the only one there
You
to
were the
see
only
it.
one who saw
But
him.
he didn't know I was behind him.
Oh, okay.
Right. So he's getting into character before he got to his position on the boardwalk. And my youngest ran over to him and she's like, my mum loves you.
Ah,
So, well, he
spilled the
decided
beans.
to give her a fake sword and sort of go, do you want to play? And we're going, don't give her a sword.
Oh, oh, oh.
Okay, my daughter, my youngest at that time would take on any boys when it came to
Oh, okay.
wrestling.
One of
She
those.
was very tomboyish and bull in a china shop, as we like to say over here.
Okay.
So slightly clumsy. And we're going, don't give it to her. And he's like, she'll be fine.
Ah,
And I'm like, she'll
yeah,
take it properly. Please don't. And he's
please
going, it'll
don't.
be fine.
Nice.
She won. I had a sword fight.
She had fun, right? She had
She
fun.
won.
She's still
Yeah.
alive, right? She's good.
So yeah, he's still alive.
No, I mean, but she's still alive too, right?
Oh yeah, she's
Okay.
fine. Yeah, but yeah, and they had this sword fight, and and she stabbed him in the wrong area.
Oh,
Jack Sparrow was on the floor quicker than I've ever seen him
wow.
rolling around. I was like, I'm so
Actually
sorry.
stabbed him. Nice.
I'll tell you what though, that was a big tippy that day.
Oh my. Okay.
I felt so guilty, but
No, it's fine. I'm sure he's used to it. Well, that's pretty exciting. So it's weird. Like I went a few years ago. My high school, which I hate to tell people, but I went to our high school band was one of the bands. You know how they have the bands at night?
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. They're all high school bands that play there, and they don't pay you, which they should, because you have to like go in there and it's
a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
There should be some money handed over, even if
it's a lot of money.
materials and new costume, like new uniforms, and new musical instrument or something.
Anything, but anyway. But the thing that was really cool was, well, no, and then they work you. They do work you pretty good. Like you have to do it a couple times a day. But anyway, while you're there,
and they're not. They give you food vouchers. They don't give you anything.
I don't think so. I'm not sure because I didn't see the finances of that. But the thing that was interesting was, we got to go in a little. There's like a lot of secret tunnels and things, which was cool.
Oh yeah, all the way that the main characters get from here, there, and everywhere, so they're not seen.
Right.
Yeah, I've only just heard about that about a year or so ago.
Yeah. But I couldn't even tell you like where we went to and how we got down there. It was so like creepy. Like I was like, oh, okay. We're on Main Street. Oh, no, we're not. And then we're back on Main Street again. I don't even know how we got there. I think what they do like Men in Black where they go, hey, look at this thing. Wait a minute. Let me see if they go, I don't know. But anyway, it was cool. But it was nice because then you get to run around the park and they give you time to do all that. So that was But anyway, Jack Sparrow, but that was pre Jack Sparrow, so that would have been exciting to see him. Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, the chap was amazing. If he had every single mannerism down to T,
they do.
He could have quite easily have been this in the film as like the second or the stand-in or whatever. He could have easily done that role.
That's pretty cool.
But if I didn't know better, I think it might have been the main actor, but I knew it wasn't.
Yeah, right.
Just little things were slightly off.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's I mean, he's kind of unusual.
Yeah. No, he had all the mannerisms. It was just the gentleman's face.
Yeah, like it's not the same.
Wasn't quite there.
Mm-hmm.
But really quite passable at a distance.
Right. All right. So let's talk a little bit about yarn. Well, we got some yarn people here.
Oh yeah, we should really.
We have Rooted in Essential Oils. Good morning. Hello. So I'll show you my so anyway, hopefully I Spy Queen is still here. So I'll show you why collecting is scary.
Collecting what?
Anything. Because she does jewelry. which I enjoy. I
Okay.
I enjoy the joy. Yeah. So she's laughing. And we have Tamika. Good morning, Tamika.
I
All right.
don't know.
Always a pleasure to see you. So anyway, so I one of the things that I try to do if I can, if it's not too expensive, is you have to go. I go to these all right, anyway, thanks for coming. So I go to these thrift stores, and usually what I do is I look at the blankets and things that people make and I go, cool. So anyway, so I'll just show you what I
Have
found
you saved another
recently.
one?
Yes, I saved a couple. So I call them, like say I rescue these things. So I'll do this real big. I'll do this real quick so you can see these colors. So anyway, this is a ripple stitch crochet. And I'm gonna try to cover the camera there, but can you see that?
Wow, that's a heck of a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, right? And I think this was $3.
You're joking.
No.
Cost you more than that in the yarn itself, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
but you see that. That is beautiful. Right?
That's
The ripple stitch.
stunning.
It's stunning. And this is better than anything I've ever made. So, and this
You a
pretty
little
big.
bit of practice and you'll have that stitch worked out, darling.
Oh, I'm not concerned. It's just that I don't do it.
Oh, okay.
But I need to do this. So anyway, so these are some of my rescues. So I'll show you that. Oh, thanks, Linda. Good to see you. I figured that you came just at the right time. I'm going to show you something I rescued. Now, some of these are a little chewed. Now, this is another one. I think this is wool. But look at the
I know
color.
there is a way to test for wool, but you'd have to take a bit out and burn it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it feels like wool. But you see the reds and the grays.
They've done a beautiful job of blending that.
Yeah, do you see that?
Yeah, you can see that I can make out 3 different colours of grey.
Yes, there's 3 colors
Like
of gray, white.
is it 1, 2, 3,
3,
4 repeats of each?
Yes, that's correct. So this is like a lap throw.
Yeah.
But you see the colors. Like I'm just like, girl, like whoever made this woman.
They've got a beautiful eye to.
They have a beautiful eye. I mean,
like that.
yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
That's
So anyway, there's that one. So I rescued this one. This one's knitted. I don't know what's going on here. It's a scrap. It's a sampler, I guess.
okay.
You see all these stitches here?
Oh wow.
So there's a cable. Oh, this is the back side. Hold on. Did the wrong side. Here we go.
It from the back. Whoa.
But you see this cable there? There's a cable here. There's a cable there. And I see they connected it here. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, you can see
it there. So it's different pinks. It's like a light pink here. Then it goes into a darker pink. And then like a whatever, this pinkish purple. I don't know what color. Violet, yellow, red, violet, whatever they call this color. And then you see it's got these borders. It looks like they crocheted a border.
Yeah, so it's Pico.
Bobble,
like
Pico or bobble. Yeah, Pico.
Is it just, if you pop your finger in it slightly, is it just chained?
Yeah, it's just chained.
Yeah, so it's a Pico.
So it's a Pico. Yep, the Pico stitch. There you go. Yep. But
then I identified something. Woohoo!
But do you see all these different stitches here? I mean,
no, you're gonna have to lift it up a little bit higher.
Let me see. Can you see that?
Yes.
But like, this is crazy, right?
That is stunning.
It's stunning.
It's looking like, I don't know. Could they have literally worked it panel-wise? They're going to have to have worked it panel-wise.
Right, but then I'm going to turn the back side of this. So see how there's the garter there.
Okay. I don't know anything about knitting, remember?
Yeah, well, anyway, this is the garter stitch. And then they've got a cable, so that's the back side. This is the front side.
Okay.
There we go. There's a cable. So look at that. There's a Pico stitch on the ends there. Yep. See that? Yeah. And but anyway, huge. So I always just get these and I just wash them like a million times. I have a front loader washer.
Well, that's the thing though, isn't it? Sometimes when you're buying from a thrift shop, it hasn't been laundered for a while. It might have been sitting in someone's linen cupboard for years.
Probably. But you see these colors. It's amazing. Like and all the work. And I have no idea. Like, knitting's slow.
Oh,
it's very, very
understatement.
Slow. Yeah, work the panels first, then sew. That's what Linda said. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming they did. But I'm just like, look at all this work. I mean, anyway, so there's that one.
But that's the thing. Sometimes you'll find that it's out of somebody's linen cupboard. 9 out of 10 times, it's because a person has maybe moved into sheltered accommodation or something else, and their family are helping them to only take the essentials, so the rest gets donated.
Yes, and that's what happens. And then a lot of these young people don't want it.
Yeah.
And that's.
I must admit, though, I was the same.
Yeah.
Well, not completely. When my grandparents passed on,
Oops.
I just got myself a new flat, and I had Litland, and next thing I know, I've been given the sofas. I was given the washer dryer. I was even given a set of in-your-face bright orange curtains.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah,
orange. Okay.
Bright orange. They were. But the thing was,
yep.
None of us had ever seen these bright orange curtains before. They'd never been in the house as far as we know. We don't know where they came from.
Yeah.
Apart from out of my grandmother's wardrobe storage. Oh, sorry, I did a bit of rearranging a minute ago.
I'm just letting you tell your story. Go ahead.
Yeah, so these bright orange curtains turned up at mine, and I'd literally just moved into this place. I hadn't had a chance to decorate.
Yes.
And when I walked in, my dad had put the curtains up before I'd actually seen, because I hadn't actually seen the property.
Yeah.
Not fully anyway. And I walked in, there's these bright orange curtains, and it turned out that the walls were rag rolled. Do you remember that old painting technique?
Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute. What is that? Let me see.
It's where they wrap a rag around your roller, and you dip it in the paint, and it leaves a weird pattern on the wall. Yeah, the wall had been painted yellow.
Oh.
And the overcolour was orange.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, so it had been rag rolled previously with this combination. The curtains matched it. I was just like, well, too bright.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it was just the strangest of things. But then my dad had said to me,
yeah,
oh, do you want your grand's crochet hooks? I wish I'd said yes. Do you want her knitting needles? Again, I wish I'd have said yes back then. Do you want this, that, the other? Now, she was very beautiful drawer.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful drawer.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's when my daughter has picked up the gene from her. And at that point, I said no, thank you to most things. I said yes to one image, one picture that she's drawn. Good. She had a stroke. She'd had a stroke, and when she came out of hospital, her hands were very shaky. And I sat her in front of her easel, put her paints there, and she'd had next to no strength in her dominant arm. And I said to her, just paint something. Oh, but it'll look rubbish. I said, yeah, but so does Vincent van Gogh's if you look close. I said, look, we'll take a step back and we'll be able to see it. Just splat and go. And at that, she started doing it. So I've got this half finished picture.
Hello.
Done. Hi, darling.
How are you?
Yeah. And I've also got her old Singer sewing machine.
Oh, that's good. Yes.
Which is one of the little mini ones.
I love those.
I've used it a few times.
Those are great. Yeah, we enjoy it.
For a very long time.
Very nice. Yeah. Right. Well, anyway, that's a cool story. But yeah, I mean, that's tough when you have a stroke. Yeah, I mean I'm afraid. I won't say afraid, but I enjoy my knitting and crocheting and doing other stuff. Like that would make me sad if I couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll show you two more, and then this is some other ones I rescued. So look at this one.
That looks like a really new pattern.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Maybe Katrina knows.
Oh, I know that one.
I have to look it up. I meant to look it up, but I just didn't. But you see the colors
seen it recently.
Yeah, I have two actually.
And the two books I'm thinking of are both downstairs still.
Now this blanket has been through it. Like it needs to be shaved. It's a little fuzzy.
Well, that's the thing. If you knew what the yarn was, if you knew it was acrylic.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Right. It's dangerous as out.
Yeah.
But basically, if you hung it up somewhere and you run a lighter close to it, not too close,
right,
but close to it, the heat makes it melt, or
it melts,
not
right?
Melt, but it removes the fuzziness. Just don't put it too close, otherwise it'll go up.
But look at this one, purple.
So I'd practice on an area that you don't think is going to be seen first.
Right. But see, these colors are amazing. Like that's what I was really.
Yeah, they're stunning. And I'm just,
Yeah.
that's really got to me. I know that pattern. I've seen it
Ooh,
before.
this is the tension on this one. It's a little tight. Woohoo! But
It may just be how it
yeah,
was sewn together.
yeah, they sewed it really tight. But do you see the colors are amazing? Like this
They're
is.
stunning. Yeah, they've picked a really cute palette
Yes, they
colours on
did.
each.
Yeah, there it is.
What's that?
So it's fuzzy. It's a little fuzzy. It needs a little. Well, let me see if I'm in there. Just taking a look. There we go. Try to hold some of these colors, but it's amazing. But this thing is heavy. It's huge. Like I don't even know. My arms are sore now. I feel like I got to work out.
But that's the thing, though. It's Oh, my brain went to sleep. I'll be back in a minute.
No, you're fine. Let's see what's Joy's saying.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But anyway, this was like $1.
Okay, so Wooling Around with Joy is saying that Bod and Creative Grandma have patterns
Oh, okay.
for that stitch. So
Okay.
that's probably why I recognise it, because
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I watch.
Yeah. Because what's old is new, you know what I mean? Or what's new is
Yeah.
old, whatever. But anyway, but the colors, I'm going to fold this, but the colors on this are amazing. I mean, I'm just like, this lady, I mean, she did a great job.
And sometimes I look at the stuff that you show, and I'm like, I wish I knew what that yarn was. Because there's a particular color in it that I'm just like, that works beautifully. I wish I knew what it was.
Well, yeah, this one here, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's acrylic. I don't know which acrylic. It's a little bit on the thinner side. Like it's not. I mean, it could be Super Saver, but it seems very, very thin to me for a Super Saver.
Is it more? Do you think it's more of a DK weight, or do you?
It feels like a DK to me, but well, parts of it anyway. I don't know. I don't know. Not sure. I mean, maybe it is.
It's not like you can do the wraps per inch test, is it?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to do it, but it feels a little bit thinner than some of the other ones that I get that are old. But look at that color on that one. That is crazy.
I don't think it's that old.
No, I don't think it is either.
I don't think it is. But then that may be just me saying that because I've seen the pattern regularly.
Yeah,
recently. Yeah. Sorry,
it's just that people aren't buying these, Linda. Yeah. Yep. Leave it here for. No, I was just like, dude. Like, oh, hit the wrong one. Yes, here you go. Yes, I know, it's crazy. Yeah, you can't leave it there for $1.
Well, that's the thing. Even if it wasn't something you liked, you know that there's going to be someone around that does.
Right. And then the last one, oh God, this is so heavy.
I wouldn't be able to do what you do, Kel, though, because I have enough issues trying to offload my own stuff.
Well, that's the whole. So that's the situation where things may go wrong. when I die, I'm going to say, call all the crochet people. Just say, come and get it, or
yeah, I think that's another thing I've sort of worried about recently. It's just like, who would have my yarn collection?
I know.
Who really want this much Aldi?
So here's
so we got the basic. Was it? That's the granny square, isn't it?
Granny square. So this is for Ursula, wherever you are.
I've actually seen a couple of channels where they take these blankets and then cut them out and make a jumper with it. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, especially with that granny square one there, you can clearly see the seam. You could unpick it.
You really could. You really could. Yeah. And this has, here's the border. This is what I wanted to show.
That looks like another picot.
Another picot. Yeah. See that? So, whoops. Let me see. There you go. I think I can. There it is. Yeah, it's a picot, but it's getting a little fuzzy,
Yeah, as I said, only do it the burn thing if you know if you really 100% believe it's acrylic, because if it's wool or anything else, it will just go up.
Yeah. I think this is acrylic for sure. You can tell, but you see the colors. I mean, like, that's amazing.
They've picked some really nice ones there to bounce with.
Yeah, so I need help doing this, putting the colors together.
Putting the colors together.
And that's why I always look at all these things, because I go, look at the colors. But anyway,
yeah,
there's that. So anyway, so that's my.
I've got my yarn set out the way it is. It used to be all very color orientated, and then I went through a phase of no, it fell off the shelf, so I just shoved it back on, and all of a sudden I started finding combinations that I liked the look of.
Oh, lark's foot. She's saying it's a lark's foot, that pattern. I guess the other one, the one with the big granny squares.
Oh,
yes.
right. Okay.
Yeah, so that's good to know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, we have let's see, Angel Renee's here. Where are you? Hi, my friend. I know. We miss you. But I'm glad you're here.
He was taking a break. We all need it.
No, listen.
Every now and then.
Can I just tell you? Yeah, we'll have to talk. If you don't mind, I would love to chat with you behind the scenes about that.
Okay.
I would love to. Yes. Oh, we have. Oh, now I don't know how you pronounce this, but hello. Is it Chizen? I hope it's Chizen. We'll see. Let me know if that's wrong. I meant to ask you that the other day. Thanks for coming in.
Wouldn't know. I would have to give a pet name.
Yes. But we appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah. Give me a pet name. Give him a pet name.
Yes.
And I mean that in the most loving of ways. I'm just not very good at picking out people's names, especially if they're awkward, like Kelly's was for 6-8 months, wasn't it, Kel? I was calling her Bridget.
Yeah.
Because that's what I thought her channel was called. Bridget every day.
Bridget's every day. Yeah. Well, did I tell you how I got my name?
No.
Well,
yes. Okay. No. Yes.
No. I don't know if I told you. But anyway, what had happened was, good morning. Oh, we're just. This is my knit and crochet live stream. So we were just talking about these are some of the Afghans that I try to rescue them from the trash can, from the thrift stores, because they throw them away if they don't sell, and they usually don't, at least in my area, because a lot of people do a lot of knitting and crocheting.
Yeah.
This is this beautiful granny square Afghan that I found. So I'm just folding them to make them nice, because I just threw them away. Just threw them to the side here. But anyway, I'm gonna fold them and just show everybody one more time. But these are granny squares. And actually there's a guy on Instagram, and I forget his name, but he takes these Afghans and sews them into clothing.
Yeah, it's probably the same chap I was chatting about.
It's the same guy. But it was funny because I said to him, I wrote a comment on the one. He made pants out of them. And they were very
fine.
They were
making it for a video, then wrong.
Well, I think he was actually trying to wear them. But what I told him was, I said, my husband will not wear those. But I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name. That's it. Correctly. So you got to tell us how we pronounce your name so we don't mess it up.
If you can break it into sounds, that'd be
great.
Appreciated.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. So anyway, so that's what I do in between my few projects that I do complete with the knitting and crochet. And it's funny, I didn't bring it out today, but I finished the Steve shawl, so I put it on Ursula's page.
All right.
So if you go to OM Granny Square, it's there. Yeah. I put it on her page, and I put it on my page. I have an I Bring It Every Day page on Facebook.
Yeah, I haven't been on Facebook really.
Oh, neither have I. Yeah. I mean, I just threw it on there because I did it. Like, it was one of those things I told Ursula, I'm gonna make that thing, I'm gonna finish it if it kills me. Or
yeah, I've been a bit hectic the last couple of weeks. So.
It has been terrible. I mean, not terrible, but there's just like, in terms of life, there's just been a lot of life things behind the scenes, and that's
me especially. Yeah, yeah. So because I've been so busy, it's been a case of just check messages, and that's about it. But,
same here. Yeah, that's all I do. I just go on and get off. I try not to spend too much time. Because like, trying to keep a YouTube channel going is hard, and then you're looking for content and whatever, and then you're filming things here and there. Like, I sort of
at one point, last year, With me, I do edit my videos because my brain shuts down quite regularly while I'm recording. So rather than having something on where I'm going at the camera for 5 minutes, I'll cut it out. So if a video if it's just a face video like this one,
hey China,
it may be a 30-minute video, but by the time I've added the recording, the editing, the pausing to get my brain to reset and everything else, that 30 minutes has already stretched into 5.5 hours.
Yes, editing takes a while,
and
right?
then uploading and all of that as well. And at one point I was trying to stockpile some videos.
Yes.
So I would pick a day and it was like book reviews. I'd have 10 book reviews and I would try and make 5 of those in a day.
Yes.
And I was filming, editing, uploading every day for about 2 solid weeks.
Oh, that's a lot.
And I was doing 8 hours a day. And my husband went, I thought this was a hobby. And I'm like, yeah, I thought it was too.
Yes.
And he's like, okay, come on. The family needs you back
Get
now.
off the computer.
Yeah, get off your band.
Yes.
I'll take away your electric allowance.
Oh, okay.
Go do some housework to earn it.
Oh, that's funny. So no, wait. So now, what are you asking about, Linda? I forget now. No, I was just saying that, like, the just the whole, if you're trying to be a content creator on YouTube, it can be time consuming if you want to make like decent videos. So the whole thing is, like, a lot of people, I don't think they understand the amount of time that can go into filming a video, and then you want to edit it because you might say or you sneeze or something in the middle of the video, and then it's
drop
like
a rude word, and you're like, I don't want that rude word on there.
Things like that.
That's my one when I'm making up tutorials and it slips a stitch, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
So I have to make sure that's cut out. Or
yes,
I stupidly say single crochet instead of double crochet.
That happens all the time.
Oh, this is daft. And sometimes I don't spot it during editing as well. Or I only spot it at editing, and I'll have already done 3 or 4 more rows since then. So there's no way I'm stripping it back.
Yes.
But I found tricks.
Oh, I am done. I am finished. Linda with Steve Shaw. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you take a look at Ursula's page, or if you join my page, I'm going to be like, shameless plug, I bring it every day.
Is the information in the description box down below?
Yes.
Yeah? Yay.
Well, it will be.
Go put it there. Go put it there.
I'll put it there.
You concentrate. Anyway, I'll talk about rubbish for a few moments.
But anyway, that's I finished it. So because I said, like, I've got to do this thing because I haven't made anything big. And yes, Nisi, you're right. Yeah, so it does take more time. Yes, than I have to give. Right. So I mean, so the whole thing is this is where I was heading, Poppy, is that my goal was to try not to put out terrible content. Like, in other words,
not looking at me.
Not to stink. Like, my evil plan was not to stink. And
you're all right.
But but it is. I mean, it's really easy because I think a lot of people just say, "Oh, just go on YouTube, make a channel, you'll get monetized." No.
And even when you are monetized,
right?
It's not always down to your content. It's down to, it could be down to the time that your video goes up.
Yes,
as to whether it gets watched, how many ads you've put on there, or how many ads they've chosen to put on there for you.
That is true. That is true.
And whether anybody actually watches it, and whether they push it or whether they hide it. I've noticed recently that my videos have always gone on at a regular time. It was always 10:30 a.m. in the UK.
Oh,
right. It's always been that time. Well, yesterday I hadn't got my Sunday video out, which is Whips, Bits and Chat. I hadn't got that out at 10:30 because I was so busy, and the computer wasn't set up properly and things like that. So I hadn't got it finished.
Right, I'm folding.
I finished it about 1 or 2. No, what was it? About 4 or 5 o'clock or something stupid. I finished it and I was like, well, I'm popping on Ursula's in the morning, so my crazies need to see my craft room. Because I've moved, if any of you haven't guessed.
Right.
So I stuck the video up, and I think it went up at about 7:30 or something. I can't actually remember the time without going to look. Yeah. And that video had more hits in that first hour than what it does for 6 hours normally.
Yeah, that's great. See, and that's in that you never know what it's
Yeah.
going to be. Why it does it? Do you know
Yeah,
why?
but I've noticed that there's certain creators I love watching, and I've noticed that although I've got it set up as to view all of their videos, I'm not
Yeah,
getting notified
right. Yeah,
of
that's been
their
a
videos.
an
What I'm
issue.
getting notified of is the channels that go live every day or
Yes,
every other day.
yes,
All I'm getting is live notifications one after the other.
right. Yeah, and I
And
think that's
I love
what they're
watching lives
focused
and joining
on.
in on lives, but I don't
Yeah,
want that all the time, all day, every day.
right. No, it's a lot. So anyway, this is one of the blankets that I rescued for the new people walking in, and I'm folding
She's
them.
trying to fold them. She's
I'm
having
folding them because it's a hot mess over here. So anyway, but that's the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, so if you want to make decent content, other than live streams, because
yeah.
everybody thinks live stream is the answer, it's not.
It's not. Once the live stream's over, the view watch rate is a lot smaller. It just plummets.
Zero,
Yeah, and
zero, and zero, zero.
unless you've got regulars that know that they can't make it, it's like I've got a
Yes.
couple of people that I watch in Australia.
Yeah.
One I can watch because she's on at a certain time. The other one I can't.
Right.
Her second live I can't because it's on at the wrong time. I'm asleep.
Yep.
But I know what day that's on, so I put it on in the morning and do my cleaning to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
just because I do that doesn't mean the rest of her people are going to.
Yep.
I still think that's stunning. I love the
This is
fact that
stunning.
on the darker patch,
Yes.
it's got a diamond.
Yes. There's a diamond here.
Yeah.
And there's a diamond. It's a little harder to see on the lighter one, but there it is. I don't know if she turned it sideways. That's the only thing I got to figure out. And hi, Dreeny. And
It's whether the panels were done
yeah,
long ways.
yeah, maybe. I'm
I
not
can't
sure.
tell you because of the stitching, but well, I would actually say the way you're holding it now, the top is where your fingers are.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
maybe.
because of the way that the stitches are sitting,
Yeah, it
that
looks like it is
zigzag one.
actually. Yep. But this one's knitted, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, but the one thing I wanted to say, Nisi said working on a lot. I have to go back now. I lost the comment.
We've missed quite a few of them actually. Sorry,
I know.
everyone.
No, I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I haven't gotten there. So YouTube takes more time. There we go. We got that one.
YouTube.
And oh, she said the Steve shawl is on her list.
Yeah.
To do as well. I got to finish these blankets. The chemo hats for our friend Millie and little man's blanket hoodie. I love those. Yeah, those are great. Yeah, the bod has a great hoodie. If you want to make somebody a hoodie, it's nice. I made it for my daughter. Yeah, it was cute. And we got Dreamy. Hello, hello.
None of my family are small.
Well, that's the thing. It does take time.
I'm the shortest, and I'm 5'8".
Oh,
I'm the shortest in my whole
are you
family.
serious? Wow.
Yeah, all my
Wow.
siblings are taller than me.
Yes. Oh.
And the same on my husband's
5'8"
side.
is not
No,
small.
excluding my mother-in-law, she's dinky.
Dinky.
But the rest of them, it's like my nephew. He refuses to say he's anything taller than 6 foot.
Okay. Oh, we have him yearning for a smile. Yeah, LOL. I just leave my bloopers at the end. That's nice. Learn just to accept my inability to get out words. I know some of it. Menopause. Ah, yeah, that's scary.
I've got COVID plus dyslexic brain.
That's a lot.
They're not a good combo.
Yes, and then if you work a job, yeah, that makes a big difference. Plus family time, other responsibilities. YouTube comes second. Yep. So it's more of a learn from platform and hang with friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can definitely do that. I mean, that's for sure. But it is interesting. Like I said, my plan was just to try to make video that's decent. Because I didn't go to film school, and all that stuff. But I just sort of learned how to edit on the fly. And I tried to take out like a lot of the obvious mistakes. Because like a couple times I was doing something and I kept saying slip stitch instead of slip knot, which is a big difference. And I was just like, oh my God. Yeah. And I was like, and I said it wrong like 8 times in a video. And I wanted to like strangle myself for doing that. And see, big difference.
It's more stressful and more annoying when it's a tutorial that you're making.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Because of course you're making it with the mindset that somebody's going to watch this and follow you, and if you say the wrong thing and they're just listening, not what you sort of work it out so that half your audience is watching it in
Yes.
your head. This is how I do it. Half are watching and half
Right.
are listening to what I'm saying so that they copy and run along with the video.
Right.
So
Right.
if I say the wrong thing, they're going to do the wrong thing.
Exactly. Like, you don't want that to happen. Like,
No.
that's a nightmare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Nisi said she doesn't edit much. Yeah, and I understand. I mean, it can take you a long time. And it's funny because, like, so anyway, I learned my YouTube from I have a guy that I follow. I've been following him since 2010, like the
Yeah.
beginning of YouTube, like around 2010, and he's made 600 long form videos.
What do you mean by long form? How many minutes are we talking? Oh, we're talking like hours and hours and hours.
Some of them are, well, his live streams used to be 8 hours sometimes, but he would come on. So the whole thing was, okay. So just to give you, anyway, I have to give you the background. So the
Okay.
background was, this guy was sort of a conspiracy. I hate to say theory, because there's a whole, anyway, his story is crazy. It's
Yeah.
long and drawn out. And if you want to find out about it, I'll tell you behind the scenes. But the long story short was, he talked about this conspiracy stuff because he had people in his family that did certain things. And so he went through this whole spiritual journey, which took
Mhm.
years.
Yeah.
And so, but the bottom line was, he went from a non-believer to a believer
Okay.
through various things that happened in his life. I'll just give it to you that way. And
Yeah.
so you have to sort of break down these stories. These stories just don't, like, if I just say, oh, he's a minister, you're going to go, oh, a minister. No. There's so much more than that.
Is he
Like,
flying spaghetti monster minister?
I mean, he's got no, but he's like real. Like, he's somebody who has lived through all the things in life
Yeah.
that but anyway, but he really likes making videos. So my point is, the reason that I like to watch him is he does a lot with clips, he does a lot with music. He puts all this stuff together and makes it in a
The extra effort in, yeah.
logical plan, you know what I mean? And he's got many, many videos. So from watching him, I'm like, oh man, like, I have to step up my game.
Yeah, there's
You know what I mean?
couple of really gorgeous
Really, yeah.
girls in Australia. They're in the crafting community as well, and
Yes.
they do some absolutely stunning videos like that. It's two cameras,
Two cameras,
pop up
pop up.
things and
Yes.
all sorts. And it's just like, I'm looking at it going, I want them to do my video
You want
editing.
them to do your videos. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I'll do the videos. They can do the editing.
Yeah, like, I want those people to do I want all that. But
Yeah.
anyway, but that's kind of why I sort of got into YouTube. And also, he does a lot of research. So it's not like he's just saying, "Oh, the sky is orange." No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. It's orange because of the chemical compounds that are coming through the air. I mean,
Yeah.
breaks it down, and it's crazy. So anyway, but that's why I really got into YouTube, was just watching him. I was like, what is he going to do next? And that's how I started, like,
Some channels are like that though.
like,
They
what is he going to do
pull
next?
you in, don't they?
Oh, he told
Absolutely
me, oh,
pull
he
you
was
in.
great. And he's awesome, but he doesn't do as much now, which I'm very sad. I wish he would do more, but
You
he's
can
tired.
always go back.
Yeah,
That's the good thing. You can always go back to the start
yeah.
and watch his journey progression.
Oh, his journey's amazing. Yeah. But anyway, so let me just go back to the ads, because I was seeing what Kim was talking about. So they're going to be changing our control of our ads. Yeah, we have less choices. Granted, I never mess with those. I just use the Me too. They put them
I
in
don't
anyway.
know. I got the email about a week or so ago about this. Now, when I set up my AdSense, I was actually able to put in which type of videos I did not want to show.
I did that. Yes. Hi, Rochelle.
So I could block the alcohol, I could block the gaming.
Yes.
And different bits and pieces like that. So what I would definitely say is, if you've got a channel, check your AdSense and make sure that you've got that section set up so that it's not showing any adverts that that your core followers won't like.
Okay. So Nisi's been watching Katrina's tutorials. That's awesome. And China said she doesn't edit. Yeah, well, you're new, so I understand. Like it's a process. Like I think if you start to make tutorials, especially, you want to start considering editing because you're gonna flub your words. Like you're gonna do it because we're not professionals. Like it's gonna happen. So if you need to correct like a word, or for me, sometimes I'll say I don't say a lot, but I say it enough that where I just go, oh, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. And I've got another one that I use, and after I've heard it 3 times in a video, I'm like, I'm cutting it out now. It's gone. But that's one that I use during like a whip spits and chat. So it's like my roundup video for the week.
Yes.
Rather than a tutorial itself. Say even I'm doing it.
Yes. Yes. I mean, and it's tricky because it catches you, you know. Oh, good morning. Yeah. We have Scraptastic, Crochet, welcome in. And everyone's saying hello to Miss Amanda. Good to see you. And thumbs up. Thank you so much. And Rochelle, good to see you. And thank you so much for supporting each other. See, that's awesome. Like Katrina does a lot of tutorials. And I know it must take her a minute to do those. Those are very time consuming. Yeah. You know,
they're stunning though.
They're stunning. I mean, they're great. Like I that's not my forte. I know I stay in my lane. I don't know what that lane is.
Running so many different lanes. Music.
I'm running in a lot of menopause.
Cooking. I can't even think of the other one.
I have a lot of lanes, but that's the way I've lived my life. Yeah. And it's weird because one of my I saw one of my college people. I hadn't seen them ever since I haven't been in college a long time. But anyway, I ran into this guy and he was like, "Yeah, you always were into a lot of stuff." And I said, "Was I? I don't remember." Like it's so he remembered that. I went, "Wow, that's pretty interesting."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Katrina's saying, right, Nisi, that's why I haven't done many lives to get my content out because I have a 1-year-old. Yes, that needs my attention. Yes. And how is our baby?
One.
Yes. How's she doing? Hopefully, I know she's doing great. I mean, I've seen her pop in, throughout Facebook and other places. But anyway, cool. Yeah, life comes first. And see, and that's a very good point, you guys. I mean, my husband has said, like, try not to get too pulled into with the time, but for me, I'm still a slow, I'm a slow worker. Like I'm not a fast speed worker, so my crochet is slow.
I think in general, I notice it with all of the channels. We all go through the phase where we hit the content and we hit it hard, and we're day in, day out, and then we'll go to take a breather. Then we see everything starting to plummet, and we're like,
you panic.
Hit it, and it's finding the happy medium.
It is,
and what works for you and for your family or your situation. Now that's why I've got certain videos that I put out on a week by week, so that I know, right, I've definitely got to do my whips and bits and chat for the Sunday, and I know that I've got book reviews coming out every week until the library runs out, which is getting quite close.
Right.
And I'll have to think of another way of getting my hands on books.
Right. Yeah. And that's interesting. Oh, so you're trying to do a pop-up. So here's the thing, Miss Amanda, it's tough. Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, and there are so many people that aren't here. I'm going to tell you that right now.
How many have we got in today?
We have a few. We have 15 right now, which is nice.
That's lovely. I like that.
That is lovely. I really enjoy it. Thank you so much. So I don't know. Yeah. So I was thinking, I mean, I figured I'm going to probably wrap it up about like 9:30, ish. I mean, but depending on the people. And so the thing that I do with these live streams is I sort of read the room. And I think a lot of people don't read the room. And this is my little rant. And you can tell me, you can hate my guts, but here it is. I think you have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You know that Kenny Rogers?
Oh no, she's on him again.
Sorry, another song. There's always a song.
I know that one is playing in my head. You are sadistic and evil.
I am evil. But the point is, like you have I try to cover a topic to a point. Let the chat organically,
the rest,
how it works, and then wrap it up. So let's see.
once the chat slows down to the point that
Oh, I
nothing else
can't
is
drop it in.
coming through,
Okay.
then you sort of go, okay.
Yes. All right. So his name is, let me see if I can type. I'll just put it in here. What the heck? I know he's probably going to be like, what the heck are you doing with these crochet people? So the whole thing is,
I must admit, I was thinking that freehand day, what you've just typed in there.
Yeah.
I was going to ask her about it later if I remembered.
Okay. No, about what?
About the channel that you're typing in.
Oh,
now.
I'm doing it right now. Yeah. So here it
Yeah.
is. So I'll just give you just a little bit of the background. Okay. So here's the channel. I know it's controversial. You know, it's very controversial. And my husband, I'm going to be honest, is not a fan. Hope I did it right. YouTube.com. Yes, that's what it's called. And so here's I have to give you a little more background. The reason that I'm going to pin this, I think, if it'll let me, y'all have to pin it over here. I'll pin it. And the reason why, okay. So anyway, so this is, I'll give you my little abbreviated story and how I sort of discovered this guy's channel. Okay, there we go. So what happened was, my daughter at the time, and I forget how old she was, but she wanted to become an actress, right?
Okay.
And I was like, and there was a company that came through, and I still think they were scam artists, but anyway, that's another story.
There's quite a few of them out there.
Yeah, and she's very attractive. She's one of those people, like, she could be on TV, and you know,
the ones that are so attractive, you're jealous.
So attractive that, you know, people like run into walls on the street. It's like it's crazy, and I'm not even being like a proud. This is like just a fact.
There's a difference between that, and it's like you've got the kids that are pretty, and then you've got the beautiful ones, and you become scared of what could happen because of that.
Yes. Oh, hold on, I hit the wrong one.
Because we all think our kids are cute and all the rest of it.
Yes, yeah, and this Katrina said she reads you read the chat and you make sure everyone feels welcome and enjoy as much as us on the panel. That's correct, and that's sort of what I try to do as well, is just try to make everybody feel included and things like that. So anyway, long story short, she wanted to become an actress. She was still in middle school, and this company, ironically at the time, just came in town and they said, "Hey, do you want your kids to be in TV, movie?" You know, and they had this cattle call. And it was lucky that it was like 2 miles from their grandparents' house. So we were like, well, we're going over there anyway. Let's just, for giggles, let's just go down there.
Yeah.
So we go down to this cattle call, and there's all these beautiful children there. And then what they did was they just sort of herded people. You know, you could sort of tell this is people we want to deal with, the people that
you don't. Yeah.
And then we go, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left. So anyway, so we go to this thing, and it turns out it was a money grab, and they wanted like $20,000 or $30,000 to take these acting classes. I'm going to do this acting classes. And
yeah, we had similar with photographers over in the UK.
Yes.
It would be, you want to do this? Well, you need a portfolio.
Yes, and you have
work, and then you'd go to
the
calls, and they'd be like, "Oh, we don't want to see that portfolio." The company you're going to sign with is going to do the portfolio.
Oh, wow. Okay. See, I didn't even know that much. But anyway, the long story short was, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. And I told the guy, and at the time I was underemployed. I was extremely underemployed at that point. And I knew I couldn't do it. And I felt really bad because my daughter was like, and I told her, and I was like, listen, yes. And there were some beautiful children there. And of course, like, they zoned right in on her, which I knew that was going to happen, because she's very attractive.
Yeah.
And she was on the edge of being too old. Like, I forget how old. Like, she was 13, 14. She was on the line. Like,
yeah.
And I said to myself, she's only got like a year or two, and then it's going to be over.
That's
it's not going to work.
Like, let's put them in Disney Club. Nowadays, we're happy we didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so that became the rabbit hole. So I said to myself, because I had heard these rumors that there's things that happen to kids that have to go through Hollywood. Anybody that goes through Hollywood
Yeah.
Go through the casting couch.
They're taken and they're thrown into an adult world before their brain can comprehend it.
Right.
So
But also
there's
the
a higher
casting
chance of all
couch.
sorts of addictions and things, isn't there?
Yes, but it's the casting couch and the things that happen. And apparently, if you listen to Christian Slater, I think it's his name. No, 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 no. Corey.
Oh,
Corey Feldman.
that one.
No, 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 no. Corey Feldman. He was in the movie about the boys running on the rate. I forget the. Oh my gosh, that movie. Anyway,
I
Corey
know
Feldman.
the name, and that's the
Corey
mystery.
Feldman. He was saying that the casting couch is for kids also. Anyway,
Yeah.
adults, like Hollywood, like that's the whole thing. And I said, I know for a fact, like my daughter was so attractive, like that was pretty much where that was heading.
Yeah.
And I said, no, no, no. Well, anyway, but this guy had made these videos about Hollywood and all the evil stuff that happens. Yeah, Corey Feldman. Yeah, Corey Feldman. Because there were two Corys, Corey Haim and Corey Feldman, and they were very good friends. And they were the same age. And anyway, well, Corey Haim ended up becoming a what's that called? Like a drug addict, and then he passed, from, whatever. And then the other one, he's still alive, but he's been talking kind of negative about Hollywood on a lot of platforms. So it's out there. Yeah, Lost Boys. Is that the one? No, not Lost Boys.
Yes, he was one
Stand
of the
by me.
brothers.
Stand by me.
I knew that name.
Corey Feldman was the fat kid in Stand by Me.
Yeah, he was also in The Lost Boys and The Goonies.
And he was happy, right. And then he had a nice career. Yeah, he had a nice career in Hollywood. Yeah. But anyway, so what happened was, so I found this guy's website or his YouTube page, and he was talking about like how Hollywood is evil and the music industry, and he talks a lot about the music industry.
Yeah, because there's a massive group of actors, actresses, and things like that, along with the Me Too movement.
Yes,
is extended.
And it's real. Like all that stuff is real. And I said, I don't want my kid involved in that. I said, even though I was so underemployed at the time, like we could have used the cash, but I said no. And anyway, so I emailed him because I was like, where are you getting this stuff? Like I emailed him and he emailed me back and he was like, yeah, girl, this, and anyway, so what happened was, yeah, they're evil everywhere. That is correct. But the thing that was really interesting was, of course, and I was the bad parent for not doing it, but I'm so glad we didn't do it because my heart just said, no, don't do this. Even though you need the money, don't do it.
Wait till your daughter hits 25 or so, and she'll be like, do you know what? Although it would have been a lovely opportunity, I'm happy you didn't.
But you see what happens to all those child actors. And so, yes. Oh, follow the Nigeria story. Oh, okay. I will. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. But anyway, so what happened was this guy, when I first found him, he had maybe he had 20,000 subscribers, which on YouTube was huge, pretty big. And so, like I said, he goes, yes. Yeah, they've come out against Hollywood. That's correct, Nisi.
Yeah, I've been watching a bit of stuff about that recently. I'm trying to keep my mouth shut because this is a topic that I would fly off at.
Oh, yeah, yes. And in fact, and this guy was actually in the music industry for a minute. And, and he tells his story about some stuff that he saw in the music industry. And it just, I mean, like he's been very, very well educated about like a lot of the stuff that's going on. Oh, we got Maura. Good to see you. So anyway, so like I said, so I decided, to not put my daughter in the middle of that. And I said, listen, get your education first. And then if you want to, you can do, local theater, because we have all these theaters and things like that in the area, And she did like her high school.
There's experience. She'll get the experience then.
Yeah.
And then if she's got the bug, she got the bug. If she hasn't, she hasn't. And you've not wasted any time and not a lot of money either.
Exactly. Yeah. And they say that you shouldn't pay. And hey, Lydia, they say you shouldn't pay and, to get any of that stuff done.
Yeah,
but
no, you shouldn't.
No, you really shouldn't. But I
was in a photography group. and we had models coming in, but they were girls that wanted to get into modeling, or they'd only been doing it a short time. So we would work out what the image we wanted was going to be. We'd talk it through with the girls, take the images. They would get a copy for a portfolio, and we'd be able to use it as well. So it's swings and roundabouts. So we both got something out of it, but there was no money that passed hands or anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
And there shouldn't be really at that point. If you're just starting out, you want to sort of go down that route. But the problem is, I noticed within the photography industry,
yes,
there was a lot of different sites.
Yes.
That you can get casting calls from.
Yes.
And there's a lot of predatorial activity on there as well.
Yeah,
a friend of mine has a big thing about it, and he calls them out regularly. So he was constantly getting banned from 3 or 4 different sites.
Nice.
He would find the evidence, he would get the evidence backed up, and then he'd report them to the person that's running the site and saying, look, here's all the info. Yes. And then he'd get kicked out if he started anything on the page, because what he used to do was, if he saw this person putting up a call, he'd start saying to all the girls that were going along, make sure there's 2 of you there. Do not do anything you'll feel uncomfortable with. Here's a little list of things to keep you safe.
Right.
And that was classed as being aggressive towards.
Oh yeah. No, I think that's beautiful. I'm glad he did that, because that's the thing a lot of people don't realize. And I'm folding these up, so I showed these a little bit earlier. These are some of the.
Do you want to pop back up on? Go full screen. I need to
go full screen. I'm folding these. So anyway, as you guys know, I rescue these Afghans from thrift stores, and this is a ripple stitch, which everybody loves. There's a lot of people are doing this, but this has been around, for a little while. I have one from the 70s. It's got like those oranges and browns in it. So I've been doing that. But anyway, I've been folding these up. So anyway, so like I said, the website, or the channel that I pinned at the top, is a guy that's sort of become my spiritual, I won't say advisor, but like I guess during the time through all of this, I've been somewhat a religious person. I don't even know if you can even call it a religious person, but I've always been a believer, and this guy, went through this really crazy spiritual, and I think I did too, because I was in such a bad employment situation, and and that's the only way you sort of get through these negative parts of life, is you have to have a little bit of faith in order to get yourself out, because you could really go into a dark place, when you're unemployed and underemployed and things like that. But anyway, this guy, when I met him, and because my daughter was trying to get into Hollywood, I sort of talked to him, because he has a lot of information about Hollywood on his page. And when I found him, he only had 20,000 subscribers. Not only, but at the time he had 20,000 subscribers. And right now where he is, he has 70,000 subscribers, just about.
Wow.
Yeah. And he did have a little bit of a career in the music industry, and he talks a little bit about that. And there's a lot, that goes on with, music and television and things like that. That's very, very interesting. And you can really go down a rabbit hole. He has 600 and some videos that are almost all long form videos. He talks about, masonry. He talks about fraternities and things that go on in there. So there's a lot that he talks about. But like I said, but then also, because he became a believer, he was a non-believer, and he became a believer throughout the course of his life.
Are we talking the man upstairs, or are we talking extraterrestrials?
The man upstairs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So he was somebody who did not believe, in the man upstairs. And then through the course of his, just spoiler alert, he is now sort of a minister, and he does preach from time to time. And that's what he does in his live streams. and they're very, very interesting when you can get him. But his schedule's very erratic, and and he plays very, very nice music, during these things. But anyway, but like I said, but if you look at the evolution of his YouTube videos, he spends hours and hours on videos. And his biggest thing was, I spent 50 hours on this video and nobody watched it.
Oh, yes. I know that feeling.
And so, and I understand like his frustration with that, because he's one of those people that really became like a filmmaker. He became a filmmaker. He's not a person who's a filmmaker, but he became a filmmaker. And I think in a way, like I sort of became one. I mean, I'm not as great. But I, in a way, like I kind of go, okay, is the lighting on this okay?
Yeah.
Is this a good topic? Like all these things you think about when you do YouTube. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think you should think about it, because you have to remember, like, it's people's time. So you don't want to waste their time. You know what I'm saying? And so
ideally, you want them to find something that's interesting and fun.
Interesting, useful, fun, all the above. Yeah. So anyway, so that's the way I approach my channel. I don't know if that's I'm moderately successful. But I don't know if that's the
You'll
answer.
be kicking my behind in the next 2 to 3 months if you're not already there.
We'll see. Yeah. All right, and then this is the last one. Here's Granny. So
yeah, I think we've managed to identify all of these stitches that have been used in the blankets that Kelly's showing us today.
Yeah, so here's
which is really good. So if you're popping in and you're watching this after the live's finished, make sure you check the comment section.
Yes.
About 20 minutes to half an hour
behind.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so that's my story, and that's why we're talking about that whole thing. But anyway, let's see. Let's keep going. Very pretty. Yes. Oh, can't stop walking. Nice. Yes. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, we're checking you out. I was checking you out this morning. Yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah, he came on at 5 a.m. Eastern. Ooh, that's
okay.
early.
What country are you in?
Is he US. USA.
He's in the US.
He's in the USA. Yes. He has a good video. I shared it on my community tab.
Was it a cheeky pre-record and you just got the timings confused?
No. This morning he had a live stream at 5 a.m. Eastern. But when he's a truck driver, so you do crazy. The hours are terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not crazy about orange. Yeah. Well, see, I'm not a fan either, but I did like it. It was orange, brown, and yellow. I'm like, ooh.
Those are very 70s colors.
I know. It's so
very 70s, matching with the magic carpets that we used to have.
Oh, did you have shag? Was it shag rug?
No, what it was I don't know if you had them over there, but over here we had what I lovingly call magic carpets. There were so many colors and the pattern was so here and everywhere that if you spill anything, even a curry, you would not be, if you didn't keep your eye on it, you wouldn't be able to find it again until you step on like the soggy batch. But it was literally, there were so many colors in these carpets.
Yes.
Yeah, you could spill anything.
Oh, yeah, that's his video. It's don't give up. Yeah, it's don't give up. So it's a good pep talk for all the new YouTubers. Yeah. So it's on my community. I think, I shared it on my community page. So you'll check it out. And then, Maura's saying, I just realized I was very behind. My pretty comment was, the granny square. Okay, good. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I'm just like, I just ran through them real fast. Yeah, yep. And everyone's saying hi. But anyway, but that's what happened with he was flapping his gums. That's correct. That's what he does. I love it. I enjoy the gum flapping. Like sometimes it's useful. Yeah, and they're beautiful. Yeah, these are amazing. And a couple of these I paid $1. I can't remember which one. One was $1.
As I said, you pay more for that in yarn.
I think this was $1. I think this one.
That's so disheartening. It's lovely that you've got them and that you're going to be able to do something with them, but so disheartening.
Yes. Oh, okay. Let me see. Was I? If you are in frame, I can hear you. Oh, I'm happy. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's good. Okay, so her expectations are low. That's what Joyce say. That's funny. Yeah, but like I said, this guy, he does a lot with clips and music and things like that. So he spends probably a lot more time than most people. But really the biggest thing, like I said, is I'm trying to just say, like, you just do something. Like, if you just do something, then you're good. You know what I mean? Let's see. Time for me and little man to get to school. Okay, thanks for coming, Nisi. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm talking too much. I'm only 2 minutes. I'm not too far behind. And I said good.
2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes. That's not
That's
bad.
not bad, actually.
Yes. But anyway, but that's the plan. With YouTube, is just to, like, you just do something. Do something. Do something useful.
Yeah.
And this guy, and like I said, the guy that I have pinned, he does a lot with video. Probably too much. Like, he may overdo it a little bit. He's kind of the other way. But like, originally when he started, he was writing on chalkboards and paper, big flip charts. Like, that's how
Okay.
long ago. Yeah, that he was doing that. And then over the years, he's gotten more and more, like, with the computer and things like that, and more savvy.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that you find over time. Hopefully you get better and better, and then you just get the juices flowing and let the ideas come in. So good to see you,
Yeah.
Isela. Yeah. So anyway, so that's there's Jamie's Country Living. Good to see you.
Hi, darling.
Yeah, watching ads. Oh, okay. Thank you. We
Should be
appreciate
in
that.
now because you're 2 minutes behind.
I'm still a minute, minute and a half. Oh, good morning. There you are. Hey, good.
Hey,
Thanks for coming
morning.
in. Thanks for coming in. And so anyway, so that's kind of my story, and why and how I found this guy.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. Like, he has if you like gospel music, he has a playlist. It's called Creators Grooves, and the music is amazing. Like, if you want some gospel music, and and not to spoil alert, but just kind of go through his page and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, there's a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, and let's see. Uh-oh. Let me see, what's he saying? He's saying, what you think will pop out will not, and the one you don't think will go off the chain. Yeah, I've noticed. That's correct. Yeah, you
Yeah.
cannot predict which ones are going to be good, right?
The funniest thing I found with my videos is which one's my top video.
Yeah, which one? Yeah, which one is it?
At one point it was how to use a wool winder.
Yeah, because it's simple.
That was my top video.
Yeah.
For about 3 months in a row.
Yeah.
And it had been on the channel for over a year and a half, and all of a sudden it just started taking off, and I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by taking off is it might get 15 views a week,
but it's good.
That'd be it. It's taking off. It's got 15 because it's such an old video.
Yes. Yeah. Well, no, and see, and what somebody told me, I can't remember who I know who it is. Somebody I know said, the simpler the better. When you try to be fancy,
yeah,
it doesn't work.
No, and another thing I got was, don't cut all of your personality out and dump it on the editing floor.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Dream Builder. Good to see you.
When I first started out, I was trying to be ever so prim and proper. Really prim and proper. And I look back on it now and I cringe, because I'm like, that wasn't you. The amount of hours you spent cutting out the bits that people actually find funny, the bits that bring people in. And I was like a cardboard cutter.
Yes.
It was so boring.
Yes. Yeah.
And you've got to make sure that the stuff you're putting out is stuff that you'd want to watch yourself as well.
Right. Yeah. And that's I think Ursula says that too. What would I want to see? That's what she says. I like that. I think that works.
On what I want, and I don't mind if nobody else watches it. Because I will.
Yeah. So, old video, but still relevant. There you go.
Yeah.
That's what Laura's saying. Yep.
I haven't got many of those. I've got like 30 odd tutorials over on the channel. It's they get watched here and there.
Yeah. No, you do. But also, what's funny, like I said, what I've learned is, at least in my opinion, so, like, looking at this guy's channel, he started very low tech, and it was before, like, all the, before the iPhones kicked in and all this. That's how long ago it's been. And so, the cameras were not that good back then. So you'll see some of his stuff looks blurry. It's not very crisp. but but the content is amazing. Like, it really is. And you could just go down
Yeah.
the line. I mean, the one thing that he has, and I'll give you my one little plug, and this is the one kind of conspiracy thing, is he has this, there's three. I think he cut it in three. It's called The Spell of Spelling. And
no, don't play with the dyslexic with that game.
no, it's great. It's a good, I think it's his most, not the most interesting video, but I think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Because like we were talking about English and why things are spelled the way they are. We don't know.
Because there are a bunch of gentlemen that were sitting around a table.
Yes.
Who all decided, let's see how this word's written. And the way that got written down the most was the one that made it into the dictionary.
Yes.
I think while they were doing it, they were extremely drunk.
Well, I think that
because
is,
some of the spellings, the way it's spelled just does not make sense.
Yes.
Okay, I'm dyslexic, but even then, if it doesn't make sense and there's no pattern, how on earth?
Right. Yes. And I said to Ursula, because that, English is like her fifth or whatever language. I said, she goes, well, I said to her, I was like, the fact that you don't understand certain things doesn't shock me, because English is a little bit tricky. And I think
it's my native tongue, and I can't get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
I've been told that's because I'm dyslexic.
Well,
so was Albert Einstein by all accounts. So
no. So I'll tell you why I think. But anyway, I'll get to that. So anyway, Can't Stop Walking with Love Mowing and Cruising said, I did a lawnmower review, had too many beers. 15,000 views in 3 years. Okay. This is what you want.
When you say something like that, I imagine that he's done this really beautiful video and everything's perfect, but the lines are like that, whereas he wasn't walking straight.
I don't even know. I'm going to have to look that one up. I will have to. Yeah, I will definitely look. But the thing, see, and that just goes to show you that when you spend, like, I've done stuff where I've spent a lot of time and nobody watched.
Yeah,
I've done stuff where I've done a little time and people watched.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know. It's
it is
very interesting.
It really is hit and miss.
You can do
10 ton of research, but there'll be someone out there that's doing the same research and come to the same conclusions, and it's who gets the video out first is the one that wins.
Oh yeah, and then there's have fun doing it.
Yeah,
and then my whole thing is do your own stuff. I'm looking at you.
That too.
I feel very strongly about that. Oh, okay. Yes. And then let's see. What did I just jump? Here we go. Oh, I hate
mine is drawn out. It's about a minute long, but it sounds really cool if you fast forward in it.
Yeah. I love the opening too, but I stopped doing them. I never really got a good one.
Well,
I never got, but he has a good one.
I had people that were going, "Oh, you need to tell us what goes on your channel." So I was like, "Okay, boink, 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 put something together." Boink.
Yeah.
But it was because the crazy poppy lady doesn't really tell you anything about the channel at all because of the name.
Yeah.
So the only thing I could think of was doing this intro. It's about a minute long, or 53 seconds, I think it is.
53 seconds.
But the music I've chosen with it sounds really cool, fast forward, nice. Put on ×2 anyway.
Yeah.
You just got to remember to take it off, because on my videos sometimes I do talk quite fast.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, you got to watch that. Now, so
Jamie, I sound fun as a demented chipmunk as well. Yeah, I do. I sound so funny. That's how I watch my videos and keep myself cheerful.
Well, that's good. Now, Jamie's saying, I did a short a year or so back, has 11,000 views.
Lovely.
Who would have thought? Yeah, we'll have to take a look. I got fortunate. I have one that's like 8,000, and I forget what the heck it is.
I think I've got 2 shorts.
It was food.
One was the dog, and the dog's done better than any of the other videos.
People like dogs, cats.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I decided I wasn't going to use him like that because he was charging me in treats.
Oh, was he? Yes.
Treats.
And everyone's saying hi. Yeah, that's cool. But I think, it's always the stuff that you don't expect. At least in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. let's see. Oh, here we go. So a Cella's saying there's one channel that came up in my feed. It's a girl dishing dirt on all. See, now that's the thing.
Ooh.
I don't agree with that. One at a time. She plays to basic human feelings. Yeah, and see, and people do enjoy that. See, I'm not a fan of that, but I don't know.
I think I know the one you mean. I've seen a couple of her videos. I think maybe,
Mm,
maybe not, but where there's somebody's had an argument with somebody else on Instagram, and
crazy.
they break it down and
Yes.
take it right back to the beginning of the argument, and then show both sides as it works along. Yes, I can see that being helpful on some part.
Is it?
Well,
Okay.
it depends on the people that are in the
I
argument.
guess. Yeah, I guess so.
I had it years ago where a couple of creators fell out,
Mhm. Oh, hi, Dr. Destiny.
and it
Yeah.
was a case of, this was way before my channel, way before my channel.
Okay. Hello.
These two creators had fallen out over something.
Mhm.
Nobody knew the actual beginnings. We
Right.
just had the rumors.
Yes.
I'm one of these. I like to know both sides of a story
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
to work out which way I want to play it, if you get what I mean.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because one was saying, if you support me, if you support her, you're not supporting me. And the other one was saying, you can support both of us.
Yes.
I'm not going
Love
to
it.
discuss it. Right. And then the other one's ranting about it, and one saying, I'm not going to
Yeah.
discuss. To me, I'm drawn to I'm not going to bother discussing it.
Nice. Yeah.
That's the person I would technically be drawn to, but it was a bullying accusation.
Yeah.
So I actually wanted to get to the bottom of who was the bully.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to associate with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, anyway, good seeing you, Chizen. I appreciate you coming in. She's saying goodbye. Ladies, have a good day. And we have Dr. Destiny. Welcome in. Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm going to try to put comments a little better here. Yep, and everyone's saying hi. Good to see you, Daphne. And good to see you, Dr. Destiny. And Kentucky family is saying hello to everyone you miss. Thank you for coming in. And let's see. So anyway, but yeah, like I said, the whole thing is, I just say do your own stuff.
Yeah.
Be kind. If resolve your conflict.
Gag.
Yes. Resolve your conflict behind the scenes. I think that's helpful.
It doesn't need at the end of the day, the way I look at it is, if I put something out, would I be embarrassed by it if my grandparents saw it?
Hello.
If my children saw it?
Yes.
Or if I came back to visit it in 5 years' time?
Yeah.
That's my role.
Yeah.
And I try and stick to that.
You try to stick to it. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, happy Monday. Yes. Happy Monday, everybody. Anyway, for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I was saying at the very beginning, let's try to start our week off nice and have a nice positive outlook on the week. And, do everything that you can to enjoy yourself on YouTube, but take breaks and have time for family and things like that. Yeah. Let's see. So can't stop walking, but he's a long name. Here we go. Hang on.
We're gonna have to shorten that down.
Well, I kind of like it because it explains his channel. Can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. He enjoys cruising.
Can we just cheekily call him mowing?
Mowing? I don't know.
I probably call you mowing. Good.
Yes. Now look at this. He does shorts. He's a truck driver. He puts his camera, facing out, and trucks passing him, and he got 200 subs from doing that. Yeah, so the shorts are really good.
We've got laws here in the UK about using mobile devices while driving, which is why I sort of tried not to roll my eyes then.
I know. No, it's it is what it is. Yeah.
We will get points on our license, an almighty fine.
Oh.
Just for touching our phone.
Just for touching it. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so okay.
Inspiration.
I don't watch anything
where
people are driving.
Yep. Oh, there's Samoan Watchman. Hey. Yeah, see, they let us have the holder. See,
we can have the holder. We can use Google Maps.
You can use the maps. Yeah.
What do you do for say you had Spotify on and you wanted to change the album?
Yeah.
No, that's classed as touching the screen.
Yeah, you can't do it. Yeah, I
You
understand
can't
that.
flick through Facebook or YouTube or
No,
anything
no,
like
you
that.
can't do that. No, no.
No,
See, and that makes sense. Yeah, because for me,
it's
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. See, like I said, this whole thing, Isella, I'll just address this real quick. Um, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to prove, but I
yeah.
always say, like, if you can, um, shout somebody out. Not you, but like other people if they're borrowing your stuff. Yeah, I would say it'd be nice if you got a little shout out. That's just my opinion.
Well, the way it
Yeah.
depends on what you class as copy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like I put tutorials out, so I love people making the items, and I
Well,
love
that's
them sending me photos, and
yes.
I love them showing their items on the
Yes.
channel that they've made using the tutorial.
Oh,
The bit I don't love is if they run with that
right.
and re-record a video
Yes.
themselves using that pattern.
Right. Yeah, that's a little tricky. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I know that
and that
yeah.
then it's a case of proving who came in first with it.
Yeah, that is tough.
But then, yeah,
I was going to say I'm going to show you this Steve Shaw. I left it on my desk.
oh,
I'm going to have my husband grab it.
husband,
I'm like, "Do you mind?" And I'll show you. Then I said, "Because it's done."
you will make dinner.
Yes, I will. Yes, yeah, he'll do that for me.
See,
Okay,
I'm
here we
not
go.
promising anything you wouldn't have normally said.
I right. Yes. Let me see. Hang on. Let me mute just for a second.
Right, so while she's chatting to hubby, let's get into the comments. I'm trying to work out where we got to. I love my intro. Is cheeky
All
Mo.
right. Yes,
Oh, she
cheeky.
beat me to it.
It was quick. Yeah, I always sing to it. Yeah, no, it is catchy. Yeah, I think you guys. You know what? You use the same intro.
What I do, I dance to mine. You can sing, I'll dance.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a good
That's
one.
the other issue as well, is making sure that you're not using music that you're going
Yeah.
to get demonetized for or something like that. And there's
Mhm.
only a limited choice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
change mine yearly because it after making 3, 4, 500 videos,
Yes, you
it
gotta
gets
change it,
very
right?
annoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then he's saying half the stuff I talk about, I'm having a flashback. I understand that. Yeah. So so the thing that's really interesting is I haven't really played around with the music. I do a little karaoke on the side.
Yeah,
And
I can't watch that when you're doing that because I'm asleep.
yeah, it's late. But the thing that's tricky is you don't necessarily get a copyright strike unless they call it a copyright claim. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they call it a copyright claim. And so what it is if you play more than I think it's 15 seconds of a song, and if they recognize it as their song, they'll say it's a copyright claim, and then they'll either share the revenue or
Yeah.
they'll just get the revenue. So it depends on who it is. And so usually what I do when I do those karaoke shows is that anything that gets a copyright claim, I just clip it because nobody goes back and
I
watches.
had a copyright claim on one of my videos, which I
Yeah.
thought was hilarious because I didn't have any music on my video.
See, and that I got a copyright claim. Listen to this one. I was using the countdown in StreamYard. You know that
What did
30,
StreamYard
20.
say?
So then I disputed it and then they took it away. But I was like, are you people on
Something?
something?
Yeah. Have you had too much to drink down your
You
local
had
booth?
too much coffee this morning? That's it. But anyway, so Samoan Watchman, good to see you. Yes. So anyway, so that's the thing that happened. Yeah. Oh yes, and he has a lot of bullies. Yes, he does. That's because he's a cuddly singer. Even my husband's like, "Ooh, he's good."
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so bullies are tough. Yeah, and you agree. That's what Amora's saying. She agrees with you, Poppy.
Yeah. As I said, I tried to work out where the story started from, who said what, and go down that route.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, see, he's flexing his muscles at Dr. Destiny. He's flexing that bicep,
He just
see?
wants us to go and check him out.
Yeah. Yeah, and then and then Isela's saying, "I'm positive that I will hear something negative on the YouTube streets. Secret is to keep on walking." That's
Yeah,
correct. Yeah, I mean
that's
that's
the
the
thing,
thing. Yeah, because there are haters. There are haters.
guaranteed. And you get it in your comments. Anybody can get it in the
Hmm.
comments, whether it be
Yeah.
on a live or on a video.
Yeah.
I think my funniest ones is people that tell me how to run my channel when they've only just joined it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Or they haven't even joined it, they've just written a comment and you're like, okay, yeah, cheers for that.
Oh my, Dr. Pepper. Look at
Or
that joke.
you should do it the way I tell you to. And I'm like, okay, I'm
No.
gonna stalk now. I'm gonna pop
Yeah.
over and see what your channel's all about, and there's no videos.
Yeah. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
can't stop walking, saying it's on a mount on the dashboard. Yeah, see, there's a whole thing with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird. Like I've seen people like talk on their phone and do makeup and eat. Like to me,
By
that's really
by
crazy.
the
But
sounds of it, it would be the equivalent to one of the mobile cameras that you put out, and as
right,
you're driving along, it's just running.
it's just running.
And
Right,
it's just
that's what
running,
he
and it's
does.
used if there's
You know,
any accidents or anything. One of the dash cams. That's
like
it.
a dash cam. That's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, and you're just uploading the dash cam.
yeah,
It worries me more when people are driving doing a live.
yeah. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that freaks me out.
Yeah, yeah. So give credit where credit is due. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Maura. Yep. And
Well, that's the
Marissa,
thing.
hello.
It's like if what was it on Sunday's video? I
Hmm.
found an old project and I
Oh,
finished said old project. So I'm like, yes, I've got something to show you this week. Woohoo! But it was based off of
oh,
another creator's hat pattern.
oh. Well, I can't. Yeah, can't help you on that
Sorry.
one.
Yeah, so as I was saying, it's an older hat pattern,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd made a wrap to go around my neck to
Yes.
match it. So that creator's pattern is linked on the video.
There you go.
Her channel's linked on the video. She
That's
was
awesome.
mentioned in it as well. It's nice to pass that information over.
It is. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Yeah, because like I said, like I've seen situations where it's like, even though you can't really like necessarily copyright something, but I made a video early in my career and I spent 45, 50 zillion hours editing this video. I mean, I really spent a lot of time.
Yeah,
So I know what I said, but I heard somebody say almost verbatim a few days
yeah,
later in a live stream, "Oh yeah, and you can blah 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 blah." And it was verbatim and I went like, because I speak a certain way and I know it's me.
yeah.
So if you're
You've
speaking
got
like me, then it's not you. And that's
yeah.
all I'm saying. Like that was a little bit unreal.
I think
Yeah.
it happens to us all.
Yeah, it's really
It
weird.
does happen to us all. Sometimes it's coincidental.
It could be. Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
I put a pattern out for a heart shape something around Valentine's Day.
Right. Yeah, I know
Somebody
that.
else put a heart shape pattern out
Exactly.
a couple of hours later.
Yes.
It just happened that my heart shaped item and her heart shaped item were pretty much near on identical.
Mm.
I'd not spoken about my heart shaped item because I thought, well, it's Valentine's Day. You
Right.
never know.
Yeah.
And she'd not spoken about it either.
So it's
It
just
just happens that the
mhm.
two of us decided to create something that looked very similar.
Right. Now let's see. Now I'll show you. Here's Steve Shaw, you guys. I'm gonna do this.
Yes, show
Here's
us.
Steve.
Stick yourself on big screen.
Let's see if he's here. He's not here, but here's Steve Shaw. Steve Shaw. Steve. There we go. And back down.
Oh,
My
that's
arm.
come out gorgeous, honey.
Thank you so much. But there it is. Steve Shaw. Steve Shaw. Yeah. So there it is. And I'm yeah. But anyway, this is it. It's done. And I'm moving on, Steve. I said I love you, Steve, but I'm finished with you.
Is that enough for you now? She's moving on to the next one.
We're moving on
Stevie.
to the next one. There we go. There we go. There you go. There it is. Steve. All right. So it's done. So I figured I'll just finish it and we'll move on.
So,
Okay.
is there anything else that you want to add to that?
Oh, Steve.
The show.
Oh, beads? No, I didn't do beads.
You didn't?
I didn't do beads. No. Maybe I'm like I said, this is my first go, and this isn't the original yarn. I didn't want to use this one, but I used it because I had it.
Yeah.
And so next time, I think I'm going to try the beads.
It's a couple of different ways that you can put beads onto onto it as well.
Okay. Well, we will discuss.
Ursula knows the couple.
Yeah, we will discuss that for sure. Yes. Oh, okay. So can't stop walking. Oh wait. I missed this one. Joy said, "Here we go." Yes. She says, "The more the merrier." Yes. If it's just a tutorial, I say the more the merrier because I might watch several. I might learn better from one over the other. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and that is absolutely
true. Down to the basic stitches and the basic patterns.
You're right. Yeah. And then can't stop walking said, "I did a karaoke and was so horrible I got a copyright claim." No, it's not that. So
I would be safe. I would be so safe with this. I would be able to sing the whole song because I tell you what, the owner would not want to admit that my singing was anything to do with their music.
Well, do you want to hear the funniest thing? The first copyright claim that I got is I sang it a cappella.
You sang it a cappella.
And I went, oh, that was one of those. Oh, see, because when you use those karaoke tracks, a lot of times all they do is they lift the singer off. That's all they do.
Yeah.
And so it's basically the instrumentation of the recording. So it's obvious that you've borrowed their.
Well, that's the thing, though. I don't know how far they delve into this, but I've heard rumors that anybody can put a strike on any channel for any of the music. It doesn't have to be the owner.
Oh,
I hope that's not the case.
I hope that's not the case. Yeah,
because I would rather that if my revenue is split, I want it split with the right person.
Yes. Okay, well, thanks for coming. Joy, Jamie's Country Living. This was fun. I need to go do the chores. I understand. Yeah, good to see you.
Bye,
hope
Jamie.
everybody has an amazing day and week. Happy Monday. Our animals and housework are waiting. All right, tell them we said hey.
Yay to the animals, to the housework.
I know housework. But oh, let's see. Oh, here we go. So Dr. Destiny said, "Strangers come over to your channel." You see, hold on, and thanks for the thumbs up.
Thank you.
Slow, bro. Oh, come on. I'm fat finger. There we go. Strangers come over to your channel and tell you how wrong you are, how stupid you are, and how you should be running your channel and what you need to be doing. You get this all day. Really?
Mm-hmm. Not all day long. I personally get it once every 200 comments.
Wow. Okay.
I'll say it as comments because it could be on anything.
I did not. Wow. I don't think I've seen that exactly.
Oh, I can show you some later.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to check that out. Oh, thank you, Joy.
Some I keep and some I don't. If I really don't like a comment, I just delete it, especially if I've never seen them before.
Yes, thank you. And here's Maura's link there. Yeah, thank you so much.
Because most of the time I comment on every single comment, on every single message I get. So I comment, and if they don't respond to that comment, I know they're not interested.
Yeah.
Because if they've said something like that, I normally give them a reason why I do what I do and the way that I do it.
Yes. So Isella's saying, why do we edit? Why don't we use raw video? I think, well, it's funny. It depends. Yeah. Sometimes I do both, a little bit of both. It really depends on how things go. Like the other thing I would say, so I edit when I first started out, I said why you should start crocheting or how to start crocheting or what to get started with knitting and crocheting. But of course I had about 20 bullet points. And by the time, you start slurring your words, you don't know what you're saying after a while. So I had to record certain parts of it, and it took way too long. And that's why I edited it because it was just like a humana. And I kept saying slip stitch instead of slip knot or slip knot instead of slip stitch.
Since I found out that in my editing suite, I can sit and record my voice.
Yes.
And overlay that over the video. It's become so much easier.
I think voice
my tutorials because you only see my hands, you don't see my face.
Yes, I love voiceover. Yes.
Yeah, worry about continuity of my mouth when I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's a good tip. I like
And
it.
that's my latest trick. Well, not my latest, but it's one of my favorite
That's a
tricks
good
for
one.
my tutorials if I need to.
So we have Brian Lynn. Good to see you. Welcome in.
Actually did it on Sundays. I stuck a picture up and spoke over the picture.
That's actually a very good idea. I like it. And a happy Monday. That's what Dr. Destiny's saying. Yeah, so voiceover is a good tip. I love voiceover, and I do that sometimes if I like usually what I try to do is give some verbiage of whatever it is I'm videoing. And then if it's like trash, then I'll go, I'm going to do a voiceover. So I do a voice.
Yeah.
And then you stick some music behind it, and then it sounds great.
Well, that's the thing. Back in the day when I was first starting out and I didn't really know anything about editing and things, I was doing corner to corner blankets.
Yes. Oh, good to see you.
So by the time I was getting up to row 50,
oh wow,
50 blocks.
50.
Well, yeah, per row. So it was like 50 blocks, and then
50.
I'd be telling people how many of each colour they want. Now, if I'd got that wrong, it was fine. It wasn't too bad because it was just a little clip and I could remake that clip.
Right. Yep.
But then when I moved on to stuff like this one,
I
want to try and do that in one hit if I can, or as close to. So and before I even start now, I sit there and I work out where my breaks will be in the pattern, so that I can go a certain amount. It was like when I recorded it, I recorded the center section, and then I went into another room and watched some telly for a bit, just to bring my brain back down before I started on the next round.
Okay.
And just doing it like that, so it meant then that there wasn't as many verbal slip-ups.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good tip.
Yeah. The earlier tutorials,
scary.
I wish I'd learned how to overdub back then. It would have saved me so much time because I used to rip it out and start the whole thing again.
Oh no, you don't want to do that.
So it's like you've done this whole section and then you realize you've made a verbal muck up at the beginning of a row, 3 rows back, and you're having to strip the whole thing.
You have to fix it. Yep. So anyway, so Suzanne's here. Suzanne the Yarny Hooker.
Hi, Hello.
Good to see you. Let's see. Let me jump through. Oh, it's almost 10. Yeah, I think we'll probably wrap this up in about 10 minutes. Yeah, we'll do that. And anyway, everyone's saying hello. So anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. Isela has to walk her horde of dogs. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you.
Oh, Lisa, you're cheeky.
Uh-oh. What is uh-oh?
Oh, sorry. No, that was it. That was it.
That was it.
Sorry, cheeky? I read the name wrong. Sorry, darling.
Oh, Isela. Okay. Yes, and she's saying hello. And there's Brian Lynn's link is coming. There it is. All right. So check him out. And then here's Suzanne. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. And here's Crochet Queen China. Check her out. So I have some of my members' links dropping. Nightbot sort of automatically. And
Nightbot stalks me.
I'm not on a lot of people.
Every time I put a comment down, it was like, hello.
Yeah, I do that on purpose because we've got Faith is here. Hello. Uh-oh.
Hi, darling.
On. Missed you. Wait a minute. Fat finger in the screen here. There we go. Hello. And then Nightbot saying hello. Yes. Nightbot is this slow. Shh.
Okay. We might be having to type everybody's links in.
Exactly. Listening while I'm playing Call of Duty. What? Before school starts. Yeah, he's homeschooling. Cool. And everyone's saying hello to Faith. There we go. Yeah, Joyce saying
now remember, maths is your friend, especially with Call of Duty.
Angles,
mate. Angles.
Yeah, I've never played that. I watch people play, but
I've seen it. Yeah, I'm not. I'm more of a retro sort of style.
Oh, I understand. So anyway, I'm folding all these Afghans that I showed earlier. Brian Lynn's laughing. He's a gamer, a little bit of a gamer there too. Yeah. Yeah, we're not gamers. I try. I'm just really horrible at it. So
I used to be absolutely and utterly amazing at what's the fighting one?
Oh.
2 characters on the screen.
Yes.
And you punch and kick and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I can't think of the name.
I'm going retro. I used to be amazing at that. I could beat pretty much everybody. But
Wow.
they'd ask me what the combinations were on the Xbox, what color buttons, and I was like, I don't know.
You
I
just
was one
play
of
it.
them annoying people that would just go random with their thumb and come out with these really weird.
Oh, good to see you. Rose
combinations.
upon Rose just popped in. Good to
Hi,
see you.
darling.
I'm folding all these Afghans. So if you want to rewind for the replay, I rescued a few Afghans over the last like probably 6 months. But I
Hi.
watched them all, which was a lot. Takes
And
a
we
minute.
think, and we think we've ID'd all of the patterns as well in the chat. So
Yes.
keep an eye out in the chat as well.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, meal prep. Let's see what Linda's making meal prep. Nice. That's actually smart. I wish I did more of that. I need to do more of that. And
I
everyone's
go
saying,
through
oh,
phases of it.
yeah, me too. I do it. I do it probably a week or 2 or 3, and then I go, ugh, I can't look at this anymore because I feel like I'm spending way too much time
Like
thinking about food.
I call it batch cooking. So my husband goes, "Oh, what are you cooking today?" I'm cooking next month's lasagnas.
Oh wow, that's a good idea, lasagna. It tastes better anyway when you like let it go. You know what I mean? So that's good. The only other thing I'll show you guys real quick. So I have a bunch of Afghans that I that I rescued. So
you'll folded these.
You'll see that later if you want to rewind. But I just like I said, I'm trying to keep it like yarn related, and but I've been playing around like I've been buying a lot of books, which is terrible too. But I need to go in here and make these things. So I'll show you this real quick. So these are just a couple of books that I ran into. Ooh. So this is Afghans. Ooh. I can only get big. Oh, you did some yesterday.
If I live around the corner, I've been nicking that off you for a book review.
Yes.
But it costs us too much to send backwards and forwards.
It really does. Afghans for All Seasons. What year is this? This is from Oxmoor House. So this must be 80s. But
normally it's in the first or the second page.
Yeah, there. Look at that. Up. Nice. Let me see. Yeah, this is the 80s, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh, no, it's 93. No, this has got to be 80s. Look at some of these Afghans in here.
No, you'd be surprised, actually. I've been shocked a couple of times.
Yeah, it says 93. Yep. Yeah. Leisure Arts. Okay. But, I don't know. Like I found an Afghan with this stitch.
Oh, with that stitch? There's the double V, isn't it?
I see it. It's called two strands of yarn together, single crochet. Yeah, I don't know what they didn't give it a name. They just called it a shell. Just a shell.
Okay, because it looks like it's 2 double crochets a chain and 2 double crochets all.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yep, you got it. And there's this guy, but this to me feels like 80s, but
that looks more like it's quilted rather than crocheted from a distance.
Mm-hmm. And this stitch,
corner to corner center section.
It must be. Yes. What are they calling this? It's called the quilt block flower.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like a corner to corner. I believe it is.
I'm getting good at this.
You are. Well, yeah. Well, that's your thing. You used to do corner to corner.
I can spot them things a mile off, can't I?
Yeah. Well, you've done a few. So here's a ripple.
Yeah, only.
There's a ripple. Yep.
That's cute.
Yeah. So there's that. But then I found this. Here's another one. This is called Quilts and Cozy Afghans, and same thing. This is from Oxmoor. Yeah.
It looks like it might be part of some sort of set of books.
I think it was. It might have been a set. Yep. And this one is, I think it's the same year. It feels like the same vintage. 94, 1 year later.
Okay.
1994. And they do, this person left stuff in there. So I have to go see what they left in this book. But see this, it's another ripple there.
Yeah.
Yep. They call it plain and simple. And then this one they call it plush polka dots, which has the bobble. Whoops, things are falling out. The bobble's
in there. That's a chunky yarn they use.
Yes. This one here is, no, it's worsted. I guess they doubled it up. Yeah, they did. They doubled it up.
I didn't get to see it quick enough to work that one out.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Look at that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Nice, granny's fur style.
Why does that look yucky? I don't know. These stitches don't look so good to me, but
I don't know. It looks a bit like the there's a granny square called, I think, the sunflower, and that looks very
yeah.
similar to that one.
Oh, there's this one. I found one of these in the thrift store. It's called Painted Desert.
Ah,
But what stitch is this? Hmm.
I don't know if that one's got a name.
No, I
I've
don't think
seen
it
that
does.
floating around recently as well on
But I've
YouTube.
been seeing these. Yeah, it has that little. Looks like it's melting. I don't know whatever you want to call it. I'm melting. There's that.
Wicked Witch. There we go.
Right. Oh, and then this one too. I've been seeing this around. This is a baby.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen those around as well.
Yes. I don't know what that is, but some kind of pattern. But those are really cool. But I found that old book there, and then last one I'll show you, and then we'll wrap it up. But thank you all so much for coming. This is great. And this one, this is knitted, and well, no, not all knitted, but a lot of these are knitted. But this is they call it cowgirls, and you see that around the shoulder there.
Oh, because yeah, it took me a little while. I'm thinking they called it cowgirls. Where's the hat?
Yeah, see,
It's like, where's the hat? Where's the boots? But it's not. It's yeah. Play on words. Very clever.
Kathy Karen is her name. And what year is this? I'll tell you that real quick.
I would say early 2000s.
Yeah, it feels like it. That's what I'm guessing. Oh, this is cute. Oh, I just saw something else.
Okay, that's it. We've lost Kelly. She's in her book.
2010. 2010. But look at this one. That is
wow.
thorough.
Color work on that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. But anyway, and then the last thing. See on the back? These are all the things you can make. And my husband wanted one of these. I forget what they
could
call
do that in a grey.
Yeah.
And then do some
yeah.
Oh, what's it called? I can't think of the name of it.
There's a name for it. And
I'll tell you later. Sorry, everybody. I physically cannot remember.
No, I can't remember.
Turn that into and so it looks like an old piece of armor.
Never ending story. That's really nice. I'm digging the colors.
Well.
See how it's like browns and blacks?
Yeah.
And grays.
Oh, the twisted cows. I haven't seen them for a little while.
That's actually pretty cool. So anyway,
come back in this year. You watch.
Yeah, we love it. Oh, look at this one. Last one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This one, I'm going to look into this one. This one's called.
That's a lot of fun stitches by the looks of it.
Yes. Oh, hold on. Other side. Oh, here we go. There's the lady. So that's adorable.
A lot of color work in there.
Yeah, a lot of color work. I don't know. See, I'll go if I have to.
I keep thinking it's crochet, but that one wasn't, was it? It was knitted.
No, it's all knitted. It looks like it's all knitted.
I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm trying to break down the stitches, and I'm thinking, why can't I work it out?
There's a reason.
There's a reason. It's knitted, you donut.
Ding dong. No, it's good. But anyway, well, listen. Thank you guys for sharing, and have a good week, and enjoy creating, and be kind, and be kind, and be kind,
be kind,
and be kind, and I think it'll go well. And like I said, I'll see you in the YouTube streets. I'm around. I'm going to try, although I need to do more creating. So you may not see me around. I might be there in the bush.
Be hiding behind her camera for a bit.
I'll be hiding, but I'll be there. Yes. And that sounds good, Faith. You did some grilling. Oh, nice. Grilled vegetables on the grill. This is my, eating well. I love it.
Ooh.
Very, very happy for you. Oh, Roxanne.
I need to go to her house.
Yes. Yeah, we want to go.
I want dinner at your house.
Yeah, and let's see, Rose upon Rose. You watch the replay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And no, I understand. You're doing. I mean, listen, people. I'm not taking attendance. You know what I mean? Painting is awful. Yeah, painting is terrible. My husband and I
painting.
We did a lot of painting.
It's the prep work prior that I hate the most. I hate the prep.
Yeah, prep is yeah. It's all brutal. But yeah, you are the C2C queen. That's what Faith is saying. Yeah,
no, I'm not. There's only a few.
you do a lot. You do a lot. You really have done a lot. Let's put it that way.
Done. Yeah, I'm actually bored of C2C.
Yes. Well, I understand.
I'm not one for doing too much repetitiveness.
Oh, okay. Oh, you fell asleep.
Excluding the puppies.
Suzanne said she fell asleep waiting for Ursula and woke up at the end of yours. No, hey, we
That's right.
appreciate
Don't panic.
we appreciate all of the, listen, I want to just tell you guys, I appreciate all the support. You can go anywhere and spend your time with anyone. And, the fact that you picked me is great.
Lovely.
Yes. Yes. So I really do, and that's from my heart. Need some, oh, what did she say? Need some help from the dark side? Oh, yeah, come on over.
Come in.
Yes. But anyway, but have a good week, you guys. And oh, there's Jeannie. We just almost missed you. Good morning. Proverbs Jeannie. Good to see you. So much fun. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I just think, like I said, just trying to get people's juices going, do some inspiration and that's what oh, thank you, Linda. All right. Yeah, I'm always looking. Now, do I produce enough? That's a question.
I don't know.
I need to ask myself that. I need to answer that question.
So,
but you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, okay, okay, and oh, that's nice. Yes, choices, good choices. Hydrate, knit. Those are my weird emojis. Thank you. Oh, Angel Renee, thank you so much.
Thank you ever so much, darling.
Oh yes. Okay. Oh, Shiba dog shaking his body from left to right, surrounded by red hearts. Aw, that's so cute. Yeah, the dancing. Well, thank you so much. We really the dark. Oh, knitting. Knitting's the dark side. Really?
Yeah, knitting's the dark side. I've been saying that for a little while, actually.
I did not know that. See, I'm all.
Well, that's the thing. I crochet, so when someone goes, "Oh, do you knit?" I'm like, "No, it's the dark side."
No, that's the other thing. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I have knitted in the past, but it was one stitch.
Yes.
And recently, in about the last year or so, I learned a different cast-on method for knitting.
Yes.
And cast on till the cows come home. But I was desperate to make a sock.
Yes.
I can't do it.
Yeah, socks are not easy. Yeah,
I just cannot get it to go round and round.
Yeah, it's
on row one, mate. I'm just like, no, forget
it's a thing. Yeah, it's easier in crochet, I must say.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. And then, I missed this. So Faith said, my sad thing is I need to cancel my food delivery. I had spoiled the last two. Me too. Yeah, they used to, what they used to do? They used to leave it on our driveway out in the sun.
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Are you able to refuse the delivery once it's been dropped off, or request that they come and pick it up and exchange it?
No, they don't. No. And I use the big company that everybody uses. The big company. Yeah, they just gave me. They were like, yeah, nice try. So anyway, yes, it was terrible. So yeah, and in fact, like it was like pork chops. I'll never forget. Pork.
You don't. Well, that's the thing. It depends. It's like we've got our chain stores here, like our Tesco's and Sainsbury's or whatever, and they'll do deliveries, but they don't leave it.
They shouldn't leave.
You have to be in. You have to open the door, because half the time they say, "Do you want it in carrier bags?" I ain't paying extra.
I know.
They'll put 2 things in a carrier bag and charge me £1. Now forget it. So they give you like the packing containers. You take it all out quick, and then you have to hand it back to the drivers.
Oh wow, that's
which is fine. But then you've got these other companies that I haven't tried, where you sort of order for a week or something, and then they send the food in. I haven't tried those ones yet. Sort of the healthy eating plans, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, no, it's so I wouldn't know. Tough. Yeah, it's really tough because they don't really give you at least in my opinion, they don't give you any money back. Well, they gave me a credit one time, but it happened like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, finally, I just said, you know what? So and then Faith is saying they were good until they merged. Yeah, that's very possible. Yeah, mergers. I don't think mergers work. Mergers and acquisitions. No, it's terrible. Yeah, it's the worst thing for.
No, it's like we had. My husband orders quite a lot off the internet for he builds computers in his spare time. So he orders quite a lot, and it all comes to the house, and I'm in, day out.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Some of the delivery drivers we got would leave it on our front doorstep.
Yeah.
Where we live in an estate on a T-junction. You can clearly see our front doorstep from 5 different roads, and you can see that package.
Yeah.
And the amount of times that the package they've said has arrived didn't arrive.
Exactly.
Right? And they're like, "Can you prove it?" And we're like, "Yes, we have security cameras.
Nice.
Here's the timestamp between this time and that
Yes.
time. Tell us what time it was delivered." Or they'd send a picture and it's the wrong colour front door. And sort of that sort of stuff. And my husband loves complaining to companies. So
Okay.
we've not done too badly out of his complaints.
That's great.
Getting a certain TV channel / delivery,
Yes.
you know that big company? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've had that for about 3 years now for free.
Oh, interesting. I need to learn how to do that.
Oh, he likes to complain, does my
Oh,
husband.
that's wonderful.
He is a Victor Meldrew, if you've ever heard of that character.
Oh, no, but I will
I
look
said
that up.
it's an old 90s TV show
Okay.
called One Foot in the Grave.
Oh.
It's about an older gentleman, and literally he whinges and moans about everything.
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 Nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, so let me thank Angel Renee real quick. So Angel Renee, thank you so much. You've been a great supporter of the channel. I really appreciate it. So, all right, see if I can do this early. All right. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure. That's what friends are for. And I'll stop right there. But thank you.
I'm not joining in.
Yes. And then Linda said that's her happy place is knitting. Yeah, I do enjoy knitting. I like them both, but I knitting is very meditative. I would say compared to crochet, in my opinion.
I
It's just you just get going. You just get
I
going.
like
And it
I
goes,
like crochet because
yep,
to undo something is a lot easier, and the amount of times
yep,
I get disturbed during counting and things like that.
yeah.
If I try to knit anything but a basic knitting pattern,
Yes,
where say I was knitting and purling and it was 2 of this and 2 of that and 2 of
yes.
this, I don't know how the numbers work, okay, I don't know.
No, but
But
I
if I
understand.
had to do that, then I'd be
Mhm.
sitting there for an extra 15 minutes trying to identify how many stitches I've got up to.
Yeah,
I just no, just
but
bring
you
it
still
back.
have to count. You have to count regardless. You
Yeah,
really
but
do.
no, if
Mhm.
I get disturbed, it really does my nut in.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And you're saying the opposite. Okay. Faith saying she finds the opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
I
weird.
prefer crochet.
Yeah, it's relaxing. That's the word. Thank you. See, it's early. The brain's a little slow. But anyway, well, listen, you guys, thank you so much for coming. We thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Did I say thank you?
Yeah.
Very grateful. It's been fun on the channel. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you so much. Have a good week, and I'll see you around. And any announcements for you, Miss Poppy, before you go?
There's another book review out tomorrow, but other than that, I've got nothing else loaded
Yeah,
up for this
yeah.
week. I'm
And
so
and and you'll see me running around like I normally do,
yeah, so I'll be floating in the streets as
floating
normal.
in the streets. Yes. All
Yeah.
right. Well, listen, I'm going to end, but thank you guys so much. And you want to wave? Thank you.